All right. Let's see if the folks will start getting in here. Start liking and sharing and letting the folks know that I am on. All right. All right. I look, I wasn't planning on coming on, but it's too much going on. It is too much going down to um, have not come on tonight. All right, the numbers are climbing. Greetings, 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 greetings. Everyone, Lottie Dottie, and everybody begin to start liking and sharing and letting the folks know that we are on. We probably will be joined. I am still hacking. Isn't it terrible? All right. Let's get this here up and going over here. Okay, setting. All right. All right. Greetings, Arthelia Barksdale. How are you? We have is that Ramontone? I hope I'm saying it right. Deek Praise. Did I make it to Winston-Salem? Yes, I was there. I was a star in the show. Yes, 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 yes. You should have come out. What happened? All right, let's start liking and sharing, letting everyone know that we are on. We got a lot to discuss on tonight. I wasn't, typically once I do my Sunday night live, I typically take off on excuse me. I typically take off on Mondays. But it is so much that is happening, so much that is transpiring that we had to just seems like we just had to come on tonight. Okay. All right. Remnant one elder. Okay. Thank you for spelling it out for thank you for spelling it out for me. I had not seen that before, I do not think, but thank you for hanging out and for being here on tonight. All right, I think we're streaming. We have gotten on every okay, we're on everything. So it was a lot going on, and definitely wanted to come on and just got to oh my gosh, I mean, just got to discuss some of this that is transpired. And so I know that it's going to generate probably a level of conversation and somewhat some level of issue, because I'm going to speak candidly. As you all know that I do, I tend to speak candidly. All right. Okay, there we go. There we go. We got him cammed up. All right, so we're gonna and you, those of you that are on our other platforms besides TikTok, you'll be able to hear Muscle. He's gonna join, and we're gonna talk about some of these topics and some of these pertinent subjects and some of these things that are transpiring. And quite frankly, that are a little bit troubling. And then also I want to have some time to sort of, for lack of a better word, revisit um, some of the pertinent topics that we talked about tonight. All right, TikTok, I need you all to what you call it, run it up. And put the FYP out and all of that good stuff. Hey, sir, how are you?
I'm well. How are you? So,
man, I am struggling through. I think this weekend with the shows, that it was a little bit of a lot for me. So I woke up with this rasp and this like all in my throat. And I typically don't get down, and so I'm fighting it with everything in me to get rid of it as fast as I possibly can. But other than that, other than a little barking every now and then, I am doing well. So I guest starred in a theatrical production. Are You Married material? All right, Stephen Boyer from Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection. All right, how are you? How are you? So everyone keep liking, sharing, post us up in groups and all of that. And if you're not currently following, you can definitely follow. Also, if you like Sir William and what I do, the ways to give are streaming. You can right there, $ Sir SIR William, the letter G, MCCRAY, the letter I, the letter I, the letter I. That goes straight to the Cash App. You can Zelle, you can Venmo, you can PayPal. Yes, Cash App, Zelle, Venmo, PayPal. You can also do a super chat. You can definitely do a super chat. We appreciate super chats. And you what else you can do? And you can mail in some food stamps if you want to, whatever. Whatever ways, all the ways to give. And over on TikTok, you all send your gifts. But let's keep on. Let's run this up. Everyone start liking the live and sharing the live on TikTok. And definitely follow me. All right. Muscle, tell the people who you are and introduce yourself.
so I go by Muscle by Me on TikTok. I do a fitness and nutrition. I want to call it a workshop in the mornings, and many times I'm teaching people how to lose weight, how to get fit, how to properly work out, strength training, and then in the evenings I battle, and so I battle in the evenings if I have time. I do work a physical job with a nonprofit, but that's about it. So just happy to be here with William to talk about some topics tonight. Every time I'm over here, I get a blast of fun. So I do got the list of what we're going to talk about tonight. So I think it's going to be a great time, William. What do you think? Well, William is still going. So more about myself. I'm a brother, a son, a father. all of those things. Friend, church member, musician, all of those things. I kind of delve in a few different areas, and yeah, that's a few extra things about me. And tonight William reached out to me last night, but I was so tired. I was on a muscle relaxer last night, so I couldn't even.
That was a good one.
I couldn't even move around. My body was so tight. But I was like, listen, I missed William last night. I'm gonna make it up tonight. So I told a few of my supporters, like, hey, let's go on to Will's page and have a great time over there. And then I saw the list of what you wanted to talk about, and I was like, oh God. But you know what? I love the challenge. I love your honesty towards a lot of things, even towards my stuff that I bring to you. What's up, Courtney? My sister is in the live, Pretty and Patty. What's up, Court? Miss you today on the battlefield. But yeah, I love the honesty you bring in and the approach that you have towards certain topics. It can be tough. You are no nonsense when it comes to that, but I've learned to appreciate and come to love what you do. So I'm just happy to be here and just to follow your lead.
All right, excellent. All right, so that's Muscle, and he definitely look. I can't wait for him to hopefully get on back here to Atlanta so he can help get me in shape and right, because y'all know I yo-yo. Ooh, I tell you, I yo-yo. I'll get to my goal weight, and then I don't know what happened. I would be right there.
You said something very important. Goal is important. I think a lot of people go into the gym or just the fitness arena without goals.
Right.
I think that's very important to have a goal and what you want to reach so that you can accomplish that and see what you've done and then set a new goal.
Because see, I want to be able to look like you. You know what I mean? I want to be able to look. I want to be able to look like that.
Kitchen work.
I know. So that's why if working out don't work, which it don't look like it is, then I'm gonna have to just go on and buy my body.
You do a trade-off. You can give me that beautiful hair.
Man, listen, I'll do it right now. Hey, Mother Janice Felton is on. Greeting. Look at my girl Goddess Fatima is here. Thank you so much. All right, you all. So I typically, like I had told you, right. I'm talking about working out. They already on Instagram teasing me, talking about I'm talking about working out and drinking soda. I'm gonna drink some soda. All right, I don't care. I'm gonna drink some soda. Look, let me tell y'all something. Let me go on and say this. Let me make this clear. COVID came. And could you ever have imagined that there would be a time in life that going outside and getting a breath of fresh air would wipe you out? Okay? That you would go outside. Hey, Anthony Jackson, you go outside and get a breath of fresh air and then you're eliminated. So everything that you're not supposed to do. Now, we have a parasite in lettuce, one of the most healthy things that we're supposed to be able to eat. Salad this and salad that. And now you go and get you some salad and you run the risk of being eliminated. Okay? So, red cherry Pepsi. Here's to you. All right, I wasn't gonna come on tonight, but I'm telling you, you folks do not know how not to act up. We're gonna lead in. Let me do this. Tonight's show is brought to you by, let me see if I can, before I say it, let me see if I can find it. All right, we have a sponsor for tonight. Okay, here it is. All right, ladies and especially gentlemen, tonight's show is brought to you and sponsored by Alfonso's Custom Tailoring. Now, gentlemen, and you all know. Let you all know that. Now, it's one thing that I don't back down from. It's some things I'll back down. Like if people say, "Oh, you're famous," I'll say, "Oh, I'm just a little popular." Or if they say certain different little things about me, then I'll say, I'll kind of shy away. One thing I don't play with, I know I can dress my ass off. So that is one thing I do not. I do not. Yeah. Okay. So. I know good clothes and fashion. So I want all of you in the Atlanta area. Alfonso is doing his pop-up. He's doing Tampa, Savannah, and Atlanta. And so I have posted his information. Great. And let me tell you, it's great garments and the great fabric. Now, I know a lot of times you can get something cheap, but if it has a nice cut to it, or if you have a nice physique like muscles, then you can kind of get away with something cheap. You can kind of go to D&K or K&G and get away with something. All right, but even if you have a physique like his, it is nothing like quality. It is nothing like, and fellas, don't run out. Okay, I know you may have something come up and you don't have a large budget to deal with, and you may run out to K&G or somewhere and get you something. But if you got a little time, sit your money to the side and get you something nice and get you something of quality and something that is going to last. So his suits start at $8.99. As they start at $8.99, and you'll get the full bespoke experience with your custom suit and shirts, and the accessories that you'll need to go along with that. Has some certain things that he's doing, appointments, the custom suits, the all he's doing. Also, he is also doing some separate. So he'll do some blazers, slacks. So whatever you need, and then great accessories. Okay, so because you can't have a nice suit and not have a hot tie and pocket square and all of that. Y'all, one of my fans, he didn't want me to tell who he was, but he gave me, I don't even have it here with me, but remind me, Fatima, I got to show you all. This guy gave me one of his grandfather's pocket watches, and it still works. And so he was like, I don't know, I would never wear this, and I don't know nobody that would wear it. And so isn't that something, he thought enough of me to give it to me. So I'm going to definitely when I'm good and strapped. when I got I would have a girdle on and then a waist pincher on top of it. And I'm gonna have my waist right. So when I put that pocket watch on, you'll see that gold in that chain. And the curves. All right, we got a number of topics. Okay, let me tell you this. Let's lead in with this because people are asking. All right, Bishop Bernard Jordan is not waiving a white flag when it comes to his lawsuit for $80 million against Larry Reid. Okay, that is yet on. That is yet on. Now, many of you'll know for the update. So, still everyone has not been served. We still have some people that are dodging service. Okay, we still have a few people that have not been served. The main defendant is Justin Edwards. Justin Edwards has been served. Most likely will go into default because he has not secured proper counsel to file a response. So most likely it looks as if he will go into default. Now, Larry Reid had his reformation service, which you remember he asked for an extension of 45 days to be able to retain counsel. So he asked for the Highlander or Highland, I believe is one of his attorneys. So he asked for 45 days after his reformation event that was at the Whitley, and he asked for that and stated in the response that that he had hoped to raise enough money at that event to retain counsel. Okay, so he had hoped to raise enough money at that event to retain counsel. He obviously, because I talked extensively to Bishop Jordan, shouts out to Bishop Bernard Jordan, and so he evidently, according to Bishop Jordan, raised enough money. Now, they asked for another extension that he said that he was not going to grant. He told his attorney, Andrew Millenberg, that we were not granting any more extensions. So he retained counsel. The people that he is paying for defense is himself, Larry Reid, Shamako, Kendall, and the shocker, he is paying for Dontavius Augustus to be represented by the same attorney. Okay, so now the reason why I mentioned that, and the reason why I think that is eyebrow raising, is because he consistently told me that he did not know Dontavius Augustus, but we later found out that he knows him well because Jennifer Dontavius Augustus, who you all know as Conscious TV, his mama was a member of Larry's church. So there is some kind of connection there. So he had for a while. He also was served. Conscious TV was served. And this was interesting. So the attorney attempted or wanted to say that they thought it was in the best interest. And you know how, y'all know I'm in law school and I'm getting ready to go back this month. Classes resume for the fall. But so they were saying, it's probably in the best interest for all parties involved for this to be settled out of court and resolved quickly. And, he read to me all of the and Conscious asks, this was the thing. So Conscious asks that if he removed all of the videos and if he signed an agreement to never mention Bishop Jordan's name in perpetuity. What does that mean? That means infinity. That means forever. If that he would never, he was ready to sign on the dotted line and commit to never ever saying Bishop Bernard Jordan's name again. Well, guess what, sir? It is already too late. We have so far surpassed you not ever been like, maybe you should have mentioned that before you said that he was in a relationship with Justin Edwards. Maybe you should have thought about that like last year before that. So the answer is no, not happening. You're going to have to double down, and you're going to have to man up or woman up or whatever you choose to be on that particular day. And you're going to have to face this. Goddess, let me tell you, when you close your eyes, you're going to have to give an account. Y'all don't like this kind of teaching. Y'all. Okay, we have Buki over on TikTok asked this question. Who is Thais' lawyer? Does he have one? Okay, so Thais is still, and the building that he lives in, they have still not released. So technically, he has not yet fully been served. I thought it was interesting because I asked Bishop, I said, oh my, lions and tigers and bears, oh my. I said, Larry's not going to pay for Thais' representation. So according to attorney Andrew Millenberg, no. So as it is, Thais does not. Thank you, pretty. I love you too. So as it is, Thais still has not retained counsel, and he has not been served. Now, this is a federal lawsuit, so what happens is that if you keep, now some people feel like, let me just go and explain this to you as a student of the law. Some people feel like if you dodge being served, and if you dodge long enough, that it can go into like where it's ignored. This is not a civil situation. So when they went back before the judge, you all remember when they asked for the extension, they went back before the judge, and the judge ruled that they could continue to pursue the case, although that they had not been served, and that and the ruling that they would be served by via email, that would be sufficient. So that also goes for Bishop Blake, not Charles Edward Blake, but Bishop Blake, Justin Edwards' best friend that lives in Houston, because the state of Texas has a law where you can't be served on Sundays, and you can't be served in houses and places of worship. And so they have not had a correct address, or the address that the private investigator found has not. And just walking up on somebody at church to say that you're being, and I respect Bishop Jordan for that. He is yet a man of God, where I can see, because there has been a couple of times that he's been spotted, but he was spotted out at places of worship. So anyway, so that is the update there. There's no waving of no white flag, and all of the defendants, they are also attempting to figure out ways that they could perhaps maybe settle. Also, the still to sing it, still the jury is not out on the option as whether or not there's been enough laws broken for it to rise to the level of a RICO charge. And then if there is a RICO charge, then that would be a criminal indictment. So that's still out. Last I knew, it was being presented to Fannie Willis, Fulton County DA. So, no, so there's no settlement. There's no settlement offer. Bishop is not offering or is not entertaining any kind of settlement at this time at all with none of the defendants. Okay, any other questions? Jordan can serve Tyese at church. Yes, he can. Georgia does not have a law where you cannot be served at church. I was served. That sleazebag Larry Shaw, who I beat, he had me served at church. So, and he called himself a man of God. But he had me served at church, which I returned the favor because I walked down the middle aisle of his church with a manila envelope. Let me see if I have one around here. And when he was standing up in his pulpit, I handed him a manila envelope and said, "Do you want this to continue?" And then I did my Alexis Carrington, my Dominique Devereaux turn, and I walked out. So, so he can be, but that may or may not be in the best taste. So, and we'll see whether or not it gets there. Bishop will be coming on. Maybe not tonight, but he'll be coming on, and we'll probably bend his risk and ask him to shed a little light on this. All right, some of the stuff that I wanted to talk about from last night, we're gonna also examine and deal with. You all know that Brian Carn's father will be funeralized on this Saturday. And it looks like I will probably definitely be there to pay my respects. Or I will probably never be able to live it down from the prophet Brian Carn. So it's just so unfortunate, so sad. All right, we're gonna jump right on into this. And this is a doozy. A lot of people are talking about it. It's all over. It's kind of been all over social media. And we've got to dig in and discuss it. And I think it's going to be probably really bad. Let me just go on and say that. Hey, Deaconess Earl, greetings. How are you on tonight? Somebody said that Thais is at Golden Corral every weekend. I don't know how true that is, but do you know which location? You can probably definitely inbox that to Bishop Jordan. All right, somebody else says Bishop can have big slobs served in court. He's been sued. He is being sued by King Jives. Okay, who's being sued by King Jives? Oh, that's Darius. Is that Darius that Jives' friend? Hey, Darius. Hey, and Deacon, my other deacon is in, the chairman of my deacon board, Deacon T.L. Myers is here. How are you, sir? I'm coming your way, sir. Okay, so let's get into this. And those of you all that will, when we open up for questions, I definitely want you all to share that information with me. Okay, this is serious. This is serious. So reality TV personality Sidney Starr has been arrested or was apprehended at a Georgia hotel. Love and Hip Hop New York reality personality Sidney Starr was arrested in Hateville, Georgia, and charged with child I don't know if I can say it, with child assault. Okay. SEX assault. Okay. The legal or government name is Sidney Favors 37, is accused of SE Star XUL battery against a minor under the age of 16 and aggravated child MOLESTATION. All right, this has made the news. All right, police responded to a report of an assault at the Embassy Suites in the 3400 block of International Boulevard in Hateville on Sunday, August the 2nd. Favors was taken into custody at the hotel and booked into the Fulton County Jail in downtown Atlanta. Hateville police confirmed that the case has been handed over to Fannie Willis in the Fulton County District Attorney's Office. Officials declined to release further details about the case because the case involves a juvenile. No additional information will be released from news agencies. The Hateville Police Department said in a statement, Favors is best known as a male to female transgender who claimed to date rapper Chingy. Favors later admitted to the rumor was a lie, but Chingy's hip hop career, they said, has never recovered. Favors also previously dated actors Darius McCray and actor Bashir Gray and music executive Rich Dollars. In 2018, Favors appeared in Love and Hip Hop New York as supporting cast who's chasing the dream of becoming a rapper. The reality TV series was canceled after the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. Favors also appeared as a guest on Baddies ATL reality series. Okay, so got a lot to say about this. All right. But I don't know. What do you all are thinking in the comments? Because my mind is just whirling in a lot of directions as it relates to this. So, okay, what y'all think? And well, I'll ask Muscle, what's your thoughts? I'm sure by now you have heard about it in the TikTok streets, as well as you keep up. So what you think?
I think it's horrible if the allegations deemed to be true. In my mind, I wrestled with what I was hearing about Sidney Starr with. I think they want to say that the child was 13 or 14 or so. They
below 16. So the legal age for Georgia is still 16 years old. However, there's a technicality where I taught high school, so a child that in their senior year that turns 18. Okay, you can be 18, but if you date a minor that is 16, we had and you all know that we've had students that have been arrested and charged, and people are, oh, they're both high school students, they're close in age proximity. Why would that happen? All right, but so the age is that you have to be yeah, or well, they were below.
You need to be over 16, but this child was under 16.
Right.
I just think, first of all, I don't understand, being a father, and I don't understand why Sidney is 37. I don't understand why grown men and women want to date a child. I don't even know how, and I don't know how your mind can even allow you to sit there and date a child. So that was one of my thoughts I had. But the other thing I've had was like, what did this child look like? I'm sure that someone's going to say, well, the child didn't look his age, or the child looked older. But even in conversation, Sir William, with a 13, 14, 18-year-old, the conversation doesn't match from a 37 to an 18. It's no comparison. That conversation just is lackluster. So I think even in that space, it just deems to be like, wow. I mean, all of these men out here, and I say this all the time, all of these grown men and women out here, why can't you have sex with one of these grown men and women if that's what you need? Why a child? And so I hope the allegations aren't true. However, I did hear that the judge denied bail.
Right.
The judge denied bail.
And the reality of it is with Georgia, that because I have another friend that knows that is a part of the LGBTQIA plus community. However, like presents as an alpha male. So if you're just looking at him, you would never know. And we were discussing it. So he was telling me, oh, I can't talk about it on social media. I have to talk about it with you on the phone. And so then we went from talking to arguing, because I think that, at a certain point, well, I don't, it still may or may not be true. And so I gave him grace with that it may may or may not be true. And then I was saying my whole point is, Eddie Long was a good man. I worked for Eddie Long. I worked for him. I know about the number of houses he saved, the cars he bought, the tuitions he paid. At the end of the day, he was still a menace to society and having sex and grooming children to have sex.
Right.
And that is a problem. I don't care how much good you do.
Someone's calling Will. So
Okay.
We'll continue, but I think.
Okay, no, I got to be careful. Okay, so that so we got to be careful for TikTok. That sex abuse toward children and anything related to that with someone, because see what the from the point of law, what the courts is saying is you are not of age to be able to make a sound decision.
Right.
Okay? You are not advanced, developed enough to be able to make a sound, wise decision as to adult manners like that you want to do. Okay, so now this is, you want to hear my conclusion?
Yeah, I would love to hear what you think about it.
Okay, let's go back.
And if you could, for me, because I felt like because this is LGBTQ related, a lot of people will think that most LGBTQ people shouldn't be trusted around children.
Well, that often comes up because that comes up with church people a lot. And I had to explain to one of the church mothers that sexuality and that and pedophilia are two very different things.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I think, but I think that people think so negatively about LGBTQIA plus people that it's almost okay. Well, we're gonna cast you with a broad brush and say that if you do that, you don't have you have no moral fiber, you have no character, and you do all of this.
You know what? I think I've heard a lot of people say the perversion of the act that makes them feel as if that if you can do that, then you can do this. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly. It's no limit.
Right, it's no limit. If you can play over here, you can play over here. But that's not true about a lot of now. A lot of LGBTQ people. I do think, if I had an 18-year-old child and a 30-year-old man wanted to date them, I think that's something wrong. That something is not right. That you're 30, you're 25.
Yeah, but that was the age that your grandparents dated.
No, not mine. My grandparents was the same age.
But my daddy is 20 years older than my mother.
I get it. So what do you think about that?
I think that those years and those times that we were socialized differently.
Okay.
And yeah.
So what do you feel about today? A 21-year-old dating a 45-year-old. What do you feel about that?
I don't. What do you have in common? See that, I mean, that outside of SCX, there's nothing you have in common. I'm gonna go on and call this out because I know you're not. I'm gonna go on and call this out.
What do you mean?
So, no, you're not gonna go there. I'm gonna go here. 9 times out of 10, ladies and gentlemen, this was the result of prostitution.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree. However, and
it wasn't no age checking. It wasn't no ID checking. That trans person was posted up in that hotel. Um, um, uh,
they did a post to let people know this is what they're doing, and the young man came with the money to pay, and maybe
I don't think that's what happened. I don't think that that's what happened. I think that sometime, because it had to be something that happened where a parent, some kind of text message, some kind of communication, some type of maybe Cashapp transaction. Because see, the thing about it is, how do you prove that you had sex? You see what I'm saying? Like if I say, okay, so because no child is going to tell on themselves.
So the parent found out that.
So I think that most parents, most halfway responsible parents, probably some kind of way something was disciplining the child. Maybe was the child out too late? Did something transpire? Something happened where mama said, daddy said, hand me your phone, give me your phone. They went through that phone and they saw that their child was doing and engaging in some behavior that was totally and completely inappropriate. And they took those text messages along with whatever monetary transaction that happened, whether it was via Zelle, whether it was via Cashapp, however that monetary transaction happened, and therein lies that they were busted. Old boy or slash old girl was still posted up in that particular hotel, and because they had not checked out, they were able. Now that's just off of reading and hearing and seeing what I've seen on the news. That's just my blank conclusion.
It seems like it could be true, everything that you said. And I've had a friend to go to a situation like that, and the parents saw transactions from the adult, and the parents took it to the police. So what you're saying sounds 100% like something that could have happened.
Because you have to go into grounds, and the police have to have some type of proof that something transpired. And so if I have a transaction, if I have a monetary transaction that happens from the child to the adult, and I have questionable text messages that accompany that, therein lies I have warrant to be able to make a lawful and legal arrest. No child. When I was teaching school, I had one of my students tell me, he said, Mr. McCray, I'll take you across this desk right now. So I said, yeah.
What was your thoughts, McCray, that a child would say that to
you? Kids nowadays have no boundaries. And
18-year-olds are built like me now.
Exactly. And he was 18. And he was one of the star baseball players. So, and I knew I knew that this immediately. But now I conducted myself when I was teaching. I conducted, it was always in the back of my mind. Now, and the other part, kids can be dangerous because kids lie.
I agree.
Kids will lie. So I never, ever, never, ever, ever, never was ever in a one-on-one situation with a student. Period.
Right.
During my conference periods, I would sit at my desk in my room with my door open. Anytime that I had to have a one-on-one situation with a student, I would tell the student to get up, come to the front of the room. The students stand in the hall. I would stand with my back at the seam of the door, looking at the student, looking at my classroom, looking at the student, looking at my at my classroom. Never did any type of I never did any type of tutorial. I never signed up. I did hall monitoring because we were required to do that. I'm trying to a lot of the extracurricular stuff where where there would be a teacher to sponsor this group or this club or this organization. I never did that. Anything that was any way, shape, form, or fashion above my contract of what I was the minimum basic of what I was required to do, I did not do. I did not. And then some teachers was very different. Some teachers, oh, they gotta stay after school because the SGA is meeting and I'm gonna run them home. Oh, okay, well, girl, you going to drive them home. They will never get in my car. Yeah, it was just a sign of the times of which of which we live. I'm not in any kind of way. I'll never do youth anything. Okay. Like at church. No. Mm-mm. Love you, like you from a distance. Praise the Lord.
So what do you think? You haven't given me your thoughts. Well, you did tell me what you thought of it. So in this situation, do you feel like it sets the community back, or what do you think about it?
I mean, I think that it's definitely for small-minded people. It's definitely going to be one of those situations where it's going to say, okay, I told you so. There's no boundaries. There's no off limits. There's nothing that they're not capable of. And I think that it's just it's bad. It's really, really bad that that it's happened here in Georgia, because that's going to.
I don't think she lives in Georgia.
Well, it don't matter if she lives here or not.
I know it doesn't matter, but you know how they do. They go to different cities and make posts, and they're able to get people.
I'm not certain that, but I totally get that. But what I'm saying is that here for the state of Georgia, that's going to be 20 years.
Oh wow, didn't know that.
Yeah, that's going to be 20. That's going to be 20 years. So, and for the state of Georgia, you cannot diminish yourself. Okay, so meaning in the state of Georgia, what am I saying? You cannot destroy a child's reputation in defense. So if this kid has a bad reputation in school if they have horrible grades, if they have a high level of absentee, if they have, previous juvenile cases and things of that sort, that can't be used for your defense.
I get it.
Yeah, I had a dear friend, and the young girl, sat on the stand and told the judge, I initiated the relationship and I wanted it. They did 20 years.
I get it.
They did. So, all right, we have Deacon Meyer says you're right. And the girls go after the men like they are meat. I've never seen anything like it. All right, and that's a master teacher that I like to call the chair grace supporter, chair of my deacon board, Deacon T.L. Myers. So and he's a teacher and deal with students every day. They will go after them, and so
I think your guy Brian Carn always talks about, he preaches about discipline, and I think if to any human, homosexual, a lesbian, whatever, that's a lack of discipline that allows you to date or even to have those type of interactions with a child. That's something that's not right. I don't care how much money is in on the table. Something that's not right,
She saw him as a YN.
You know these things very good, Sir Wim. I didn't think you knew all this stuff.
I did. Listen, I've been talking to him, and you have to kind of stay up, but they probably had very limited conversation.
I'm sure.
And a text message and app does not have tonation, phonation, or any of that.
So tell me this: even if it's proven that they kind of, I guess I've answered my own question. Even if they did it from a text messenger app, she did have the opportunity to see him and to look at him as that was a child. So you still had to make that decision on.
I see. Not necessarily.
What do you mean?
Have you seen every person that you've had sex with?
Of course.
Okay.
Well, I mean, how would you have those acts and not see them? You got to help me.
I mean, if you are inebriated,
but still, when you're under the influence, you still see the person.
Yeah, but if you see them, your judgment it can be greatly altered. And then if you are in any kind of financial bind or constraint, you're driven by that. I don't necessarily think that a person that is dealing or doing prostitution is checking IDs.
I agree with you. However,
and if you have you can have some, but you can have 14, but you can have some 14, 15-year-old people
that look my age.
They look adult though. They may not look your age, but they look
Sir William, I am always approached by YNs, young girls. It's a joke, I have children. What do you?
Okay, don't you think? Okay, now what are those TikTok boys? Those what is those twins, and they have the father?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, they're right in Georgia. Yes.
Oh, they in Georgia. Okay, I didn't know where they were.
They live in Georgia.
Okay, don't you think from some of their clips that they really pushed the envelope too far?
I want to say no.
Okay. You want to say no, or
I want to say no. I understand.
I have one. No. I'm gonna stop you right there. We ain't gonna rationalize and justify some of the video clips and some of the reels that man has made with those two boys that are supposed to be his sons. I don't know if they're biologically his. I would not ever have some of the conversations with the sexual overtones that they have had in those viral clips. Did they ever find that boy?
He wasn't missing. He took some time off. He wasn't really missing. He just needed something to take some time for his mental. But yes.
Why would you need something mental and then your twin brother is acting like he don't know where he is?
Well, he did. He took some time away from the family and just took some time for himself. But they found him. He came back. He was
laid up with his boyfriend and then finally went. Oh, okay. Okay.
All right. In the lifestyle, they're straight men.
No, somebody is texting me. Oh, wait a minute. Who is this? They took a sabbatical. Somebody else is.
Yeah, just they took a moment, but yeah, I understand what they're doing. Do you not understand it? You think it's now? I will say this: some of the content, I didn't have conversations with my parents that way, but and my children don't talk to me that way. But they're not doing skits either.
I'll say that. Then there's another boy, and there's an older guy that's supposed to be his father, but I don't think that's biologically his child.
Okay.
And I saw the progression. In the skit. You know the boy that sits and always looks real serious?
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about. That is his real father. That's his real father.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, his mother, the father looks young, right?
The father looks young, and then eventually it started toward the end before the boy went to college. The boy would be sagging. He would say, "Oh, you don't go to jail. The people, they gonna do this to you. Oh, you got a fat backside." It was some very suggestive stuff that he was saying. If that was supposed to give me a kiss, it started getting very. I stopped watching it.
I ask my son for a kiss all the time. I want to hug him. I want to put him in the headlock and kiss him.
But that's fine. But you're not doing that on camera.
So if I did it on camera, it would be a problem.
Well, I didn't think that was his actual biological father.
It is. The mother and father had the son very young.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, that's just my assessment. I think that
strict program. You want it to.
I don't want it to be on a strict program, but I just think, okay, let me just go here and say this. Okay, William, I had a case where we two girls who were trying to recruit other female students. Wow. See, they was trying to recruit I believe that.
I mean, it happens all the time. But this situation, I'm
gonna say this to you.
Go ahead.
When it comes to parent and son and daughter, mother, father, it's certain movies. Okay, during the holiday season, we were all in the family room, all having gumbo. And we decide, we're going to watch Sinners.
Okay.
I immediately was extremely uncomfortable when that boy, when Eric Figueroa's grandson told that woman, "I want to taste you."
They do a good job raising him.
I don't want to go into raising him or not. I'm talking about the line in the movie, and I'm talking about very sexual scenes. I get cringy. I get cringy watching those kind of movies, or watching a movie and something like that happens, and with my mom and dad.
You know what? And I remember.
Because I love them and I respect them to a level where
your mom and dad didn't know you were sexual.
I'm not saying whether or not that they know. What I'm saying is my level of love and respect for them is such that I was like, oh, I'm clutching my pearls. They have said, you know, they said the PUSSY wrote in front of Bishop. You know, it just sometimes back when Empire was big and when Empire was huge, yeah, I said, ooh, it was some of those heavy scenes that was just like, and it don't even have to be same sex. It could just be sex, period. That I just think that the boundaries and the level of decorum and respect. I don't know. I mean, do y'all know what y'all mom and daddy look like naked?
Well, I wouldn't say I know what my parents look like naked, but when I'm visiting home, sometimes I go in the room and my mom is dressing and I get the things I need and come out. My dad is dressing. They're not covering up because I'm in the room. But my intention to look at them in that sexual nature isn't there either. I'm there to get something out of the room.
No, I mean, it's not there to get that. But I mean, if I'm coming in the room, or if you know, mama's asking me if she gonna wear her hair, if she gonna wear a wig, or if she gonna do a hat, you know, she's gonna be in some kind of elaborate robe. And what you think about this wig today? Or do you think I should do a bun? Or do you think? I mean, I just think that a lot of one, that there's been a breakdown with family and the structure of family, and that makes cases and situations like this convoluted. And the other part of it is, I'll go this far. I think that a lot of times it's just like a woman that got three, let's just say three.
Okay.
Got 3 kids and finally gets a guy that want to marry her. She gonna be adamant to wear a white gown.
So you don't think she should wear a white gown because she got 3 kids?
What I'm saying to you is that we are in a society where there's been such a breakdown, where your own child, it used to be a day where you had to hunt and find somebody that had a cute little girl and somebody that had a cute little boy to be the ring bearer and the flower girl in your wedding. Now you got your own kids. I ain't gonna raise a dime tonight, but it's okay. Y'all ain't gonna send no money tonight, because you got your bastard child in your wedding. And you had insisted on wearing a white dress.
But you know mistakes happen, right?
Understood. That's why you see my point. Travel with me. I think that's why when you have a parent that knows that they have not been a good parent, when something happens, I was a teacher, Deacon Myers backed me on this. When a parent that has been a no good, trifling parent and something happens with their child, they double down and go ham because of the level of guilt that they feel for being a negligent parent.
Okay.
Whoever this child that got wrapped up with Sidney Starr, their child was exposed, know about whatever kind of thing that they should not know about, and was doing stuff because of negligence when it comes to that parent. And now that something bad has happened, they are going to go into orbit and they are going to raise all manner of hell and want the going to, not to say that what Sidney did is not wrong, but they are going to want to crucify them and nail them to the cross because you were a negligent, deadbeat parent. And if you had been a good parent, your child 9 times out of 10 would not be on some app trying to figure out how they could pay to have SCX with some adult. Now, y'all ain't gonna like it, but that's just the truth. Thank you, Deacon Myers. Deacon Myers said that I am correct. They do. He said they do it every time.
I agree.
And that's what's going to happen in this case. And that's why I was telling my friend, they ain't got to worry about what Sidney Starr going to say because 9 times out of 10, he or she is never going to get out or see the light of day. And life, career, whatever is going to be totally ruined because you're in Georgia and 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be able to get out of this. You're not going to be able to, because what the prosecution is going to keep doing, they're going to keep throwing back that there was going to be times and opportunities and so many chances that you had to, like you said, do whatever it was that would have been responsible, whatever it would have been that would have been correct. And we ain't even seen Shanama. Oh, but I thank God. It ain't even got his back. Lord, you better hope that Sidney didn't get his boy no STD.
Well, how did we get there?
We got there because it's SCX is involved. And if I am hoeing myself out on an app and on a computer, then 9 times out of 10, I am not going to wake up and have responsibility enough to use no condom or no protection.
Maybe the little boy came with protection.
Oh, please.
We got to give somebody the benefit of the doubt that somebody had protection in this serious act.
If somebody was responsible, now we get ready to cut him off. Y'all want me to hang up on him because he Alice and live in Wonderland.
I'm trying to be the alleged member.
It ain't no grace here, my brother.
Now, if these things turn to be true, there is no grace. We don't know what is going to happen here, but I pray for the child. I pray that he might get help, and I hope that Sidney, if this thing turns to be true, can understand her role?
I'll just be frank with you. I think it is so bad. And and it raises so many levels and so many questions that is so problematic.
Okay.
And when I say that, it raises so many questions and so many levels and so many things that are issues and that are problematic, because when you, at the end of the day, when it's going to be no good that's going to come of it. It is going to cause people to view that demographic in a very negative way.
I agree. But not only that demographic, I just think the whole demographic, the LGBTQ, I believe all of that will take a hit.
Oh yeah. Because, they always want to bring up kids. And so we have this very staunch, very extreme right-wing administration that's going to automatically dump and cast everybody with a broad brush and think negatively of everybody in this particular manner. And it's going to be, I think it's going to be really bad. I think it's going to be really bad. And because I know, and I know that this is a touchy subject for people, but it brings up that real sticky issue with adoption. You don't think so?
I do. I just, children is just off, it's off limits, 100%. And I pray that in adoption, you have the social workers that are really doing their job in vetting these people out that want to adopt these children. But we all have heard of children being adopted and great. We've heard of it. We've heard of these people that get these children and abuse them as well.
It is.
So it's
and so I mean, it raises so and that's going to be the part that everybody's going to have to be looking at and waiting to see and hear, what was the circumstances. What was the circumstances surrounding this? That
100%, I think you had it right when you talked about how it went down. 100%, I think it went down that way. 100%.
Yeah, it's bad. It's, I mean, wow, it's a biggie. All right, let's get into the other facts. Okay, Sidney Starr's mom shocked by felony child battery arrest. Okay, Sidney Starr's mother spoke on the reality TV personality's arrest on felony child assault charges in Georgia. The Love and Hip Hop New York supporting cast member Sidney Starr was arrested in Hayville on Sunday, August the 2nd, and charged with sexual battery against a child under 16. Police responded to a report. On an assault at the Embassy Suites on the 3400 block of International Boulevard in Hateville on Sunday. The reality TV star was taken into custody at the hotel and booked into the Fulton County Jail in downtown Atlanta. Sidney Starr's government name is Sidney Favors, 37, is listed in online records as a black male, 5'6", 180 pounds. All right. According to reports there was a media outlet that spoke with Sidney Favors' mother, Stephanie Favors, who stated that she is shocked by the arrest. Stephanie Favors said that she can't believe that Sidney would engage in that sort of activity with a minor. She said that Sidney was in Georgia for a show at the time of the arrest and that the accusation is completely out of character. Stephanie has not spoken with Sidney since the news of the arrest. Hayville police confirmed that the case has been handed over to Fannie Willis in the Fulton County District Attorney's Office. Okay, well, I don't know no mother in their right mind or father in their right mind that want to believe that their child would do something. I don't think. I'll just say this to you all. I don't think Sidney even knew and probably was not even in a state or in a situation where they cared much.
Why would you say that?
I think if she was down here doing a show, she was killing two birds with one stone. She had a free room, free opportunity, and was going to do whatever she was trying to do to rebirth whatever level or little bit of career that they had. And they was going to turn a few tricks while they was here and pick up some extra cash along the way. And they went on whatever social media app, whatever mechanism that they use to meet and connect. And they did. Some kind of way the child was careless, excited, didn't cross every I, didn't dot every T, and some kind of way and the child didn't dot every I, didn't cross every T. The text messages or the phone was intercepted by the parent, or it was a transaction that took place and that may have sparked the parent. Oh, you didn't send $200 or $300 or however many dollars to. Who is this person?
Who?
Huh?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's what I'm saying that the mama said.
Oh, okay.
Mama then looked at the son's phone, looked at the Cashapp or something like that. Oh, you didn't send $300 to Muscle. Who the hell is Muscle? Mama, give me your doggone phone, boy. Parent then gone into orbit because you know 9 times out of 10, you out of money. You done 9 times out of 10 found out that you done raised a little freak a leak that you didn't know. Now you got to deal with that. You done found out your child. And on top of it, then they done taken your hard-earned money and then paid some trans prostitute with. Child, can you imagine what's going on in that child's household right now? They mom and daddy is up right now going upside their head.
It's a bit tough in there, I will say.
So, all right. That brings me to this next topic that y'all gonna get mad at me. Are y'all mad at me yet? All right, Deacon Myers. Where's my folks? I need some folks to give. The ways to give are posted and scrolling across the top. You can do a Zelle, you can do a Cashapp, you can do a PayPal, you can do a Venmo, or you can do a super chat. I need y'all to start running me up, get me in the FYP, start sharing the live. Y'all just sitting over here on the live. We got almost 100 people over here. Go on and share the live. Let's go on and share. Put the F, what is it? The FFF or FEP, FIP, FYP, whatever you call it, do whatever it is. And share the live, like and follow. And send some gifts. I need a galaxy tonight. I've been working hard, like Mahalia Jackson said. I've been working. I didn't do my good work tonight. All right, let's get to this next topic. I'm gonna go on and make everybody mad. Nolan Wells, in my opinion, I think Nolan and that white boy were lovers.
What? How did you come to that? Everybody isn't gay. Everybody don't like the same thing. And so to say that Nolan...
You don't think some of those videos that you've seen of Nolan that he wasn't a little zesty?
No, I do not.
Okay. I ladies and gentlemen, I have come to the conclusion that Nolan and that star football player were going together. They got into it. And that is the issue with the phone.
No, I think you're right.
That's why that boy wanted and fought him over that phone.
What was the phone going to prove? That somebody was cheating on each other?
The phone was going to prove that they was in a secret relationship. Okay, somebody said this is 100% rage bait. I'm not rage.
Yeah, because I don't think Nolan was actually staying with a woman. He told them to go back to land to stay with a girl. Mm-mm. You don't believe that either? Okay. I think
he was out there, they were having a relationship, something happened, and it was getting out.
Wait a minute. In 2026, you think people are scared of saying they're gay?
Uh-huh.
I don't think they're...
In Mississippi, yes.
Okay, maybe in Mississippi.
In Mississippi, yes.
Okay.
Star football team and star football players, absolutely. You got grown men that are scared to that are scared to say who they are. That seems illogical to you because of who you are, but you have to take yourself out of the equation.
I am taking myself out of the equation.
You have some people that are absolutely 100% afraid. That boy from that white upper middle class family football star did not want people to know that he was involved with that boy. Something happened and transpired. Either Nolan was going to tell it or it was going to get out. They got into an argument. Now, I don't think, and I know y'all gonna probably do it like how they do it, that what's that man that they say, officer somebody or whatever. I don't think he intended to unalive him.
Okay. He just wanted to hurt him.
No, he just wanted to fight him, and he wanted to get and gain control of the phone. The phone is erased, Mr. Muscle.
I know this, but
okay, so the phone is erased because I have been texting my boyfriend and I have been sending my boyfriend inappropriate videos and pictures, and it was going to get out, or it was getting out. We get in an altercation because I am confronting you in a heat of rage, in a heat of passion. Okay, thank you so much, Dee Dee. I've got confirmation over on YouTube and Facebook. Dee Dee says more than likely that is how it went down. Dee Dee said, okay, who else do we have? Oh, that's Tiffany. Tiffany's crazy. Exactly. Oh, thank you so much. Is that Sophia? Sophia Marshall says he was a star athlete in a rural Mississippi town. He could not come out. It could not get out. He and his boyfriend had a heated argument, and in a heat of rage, probably did not intend to unalive him. We're tussling, we're fighting. I'm in a point of rage. I can't let you have this phone. Give me your phone. Thank you for the Cashapp. Amen. Thank you for somebody believing and they just sent an offering. The rest of y'all can send. In a heat and a rage of passion, we are tussling. No, you muscle. You telling me, no, Will, you can't tell. You can't let this get out. Give me your GD phone. I'm no muscle. You overpower me. We tussling. I hit my head. Oh.
You watch a lot of Lifetime. This sounds like something from Lifetime. I do not believe that Nolan was same gender loving. I don't believe that. I do believe that something happened that is still yet to be uncovered. But I believe that we're going to get down to the bottom of it.
I believe we're going to get down to the bottom of it. And I believe that when we get down to the bottom of it, we are going to find out that I don't think, okay, let me explain to you the other reason why I feel this way. It is no way, as parents of a BLACKMAN child,
Okay.
that those parents would have allowed their Black child to be the only Black child and go and be comfortable enough to go away on a weekend or however, whatever it was, trip, if they were not 100% comfortable with those people and with those kids and with their parents. They were comfortable.
Yeah, I think Nolan spent time with those kids.
Right. He spent time with his lover. Yeah. He played on the same football team with them. And they got into it over the securing of the phone, and it was an accident. It was an accident. And then now we go into oops, oh my God, what do we do? And we got to further kind of cover this whole situation up.
I mean, it sounds like a Lifetime story.
Sounds okay. Sound like a Lifetime story. Sounds like okay. Y'all remember when Andre hit Malik Yoruba in the head when they was tussling and they was arguing about, you told your daddy this and I'm fighting you. I didn't mean to unalive you, but I'm having a fight with you. Do you believe that all the friends knew? I think that they might have known, or that it might have gotten out. Okay, let me tell you the reason why I think this. When I was during my matriculation at Morehouse, Gregory Love, I was a soloist and sang in the world-renowned Morehouse College Glee Club. Gregory Love sang in the Glee Club. There was times or instances when down low behavior happened amongst students. We all lived in a dormitory that was called Kilgore Hall. On a bad day, bad timing, Greg was involved with another student that was alpha male, presenting on the football team, very macho. They were in different dorm rooms, but on the same hall. They would slip in the shower together, sometimes during shower time. One unfortunate instance, Greg and that guy, I don't even know why I can't think of his name right now. Greg slipped in that boy's shower, and they were doing whatever fooling around that they were doing. And Greg was seen by another brother and another student. And to save face, that boy got out of that shower, stormed down to his room, and came back into the bathroom with a baseball bat and beat Greg almost to the point of death.
Why did he do that?
Because he was busted. And to save face, he was acting like Greg came onto him and he was and he beat him up because he didn't get down like that. So don't act like it don't happen, Muscle.
I'm not, but I don't think this situation has warranted us to believe that Nolan was in a gay situation, a male relationship. I don't believe that.
I believe it.
Okay. Well, we just
I believe it. It's the only reason why it was such a tussle over that phone. That's the reason why they lying and saying that he stayed back with a girl. Because everything is these young kids that don't know how to think things through and process, and they trying to figure out a way how to get it. It's not believable, and it explains the phone. Okay, so I'm sorry. Donna says it's not unbelievable, and it explains the phone.
It could be true. This could have some truth to it.
It explains the phone. Any of us that are on social media right now, there's some things that are in your phone that would change the whole world's perception of you.
I agree with that.
And that is why that boy wanted Nolan's phone. I don't believe he intended to unalive him. I don't believe that. I believe that the unaliving came in a result of his trying to obtain possession of the phone.
And yeah, Donna, the girl did speak out. She said that Nolan said he was going to go back with them. So it's a back and forth.
Right. He didn't want to go. He didn't want to go. It's some, oh, wait a minute. Let me see if he's still here. Is Jarrell still here? Jerron.
He's probably in and out.
I tried to accept him.
Did he ask to come up?
Yeah.
Oh, so he probably in and out.
Well, send him a message and tell him to send it back.
I'm sure he's asleep. Let me text him. It's 12 o'clock. Jerron goes to bed.
It's only 11 o'clock in Texas.
It sure is. Let me see.
He was out at the club until whatever o'clock in the morning the other night. So I'm just saying, you all, and because I grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood. I just don't think and I know how bougie black people can get.
There you go right there. There you go.
Is he back?
Yeah, he just came in the room.
Okay, send the request again, Jarrell. Javon. Am I saying his name right? Jerron. I just think that's the whole reason. He said he.
What did he say?
He said he just did.
Yeah.
I don't see the little man. I don't see the little thing. Oh, there it is.
See what he think about that case.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, oh no, you got a camera up, nigga. You be on your camera all the other time. Why y'all come over here with me and want to be all incognito, Negro?
Chris, yo, I even did the bed, and then when you hit me yesterday, I was outside.
Yeah, you was outside at that no good. You was at some Loader Bar club that you didn't have no business.
How did you know where he was at, Sir?
The Holy Ghost.
Okay. Hold on, let me get myself together.
Evie Asha, y'all don't want to believe I'm a prophet. I can see. Look, let me tell you something, Muscle. I can look through muddy water and see dry land.
I think one of your good girlfriends said that, and they said the church people said she couldn't see through. She said they said she could see through muddy water, but she couldn't see across the table. Her husband was cheating on her.
Oh my God. No, she probably didn't want to believe that he was cheating.
But she knew.
Oh yeah. Most relationships people know. I'm just saying, you all, this has got to be, this is the only way. Deacon Myers, you let me know what you think. Somebody.
I agree with you.
I think that it was the phone. I think that it explains whatever could have been so detrimental on this phone. Oh, thank you. Somebody sent me a money gun. Thank you. Kia. So I just think that it's ow, go ahead, baby. I think that's what the fight over the phone is. Because I don't even as bougie as Black folks can be, and they have money and their kids and their family is a part of the talented 10th, and we live in this all white neighborhood, and we are providing a lifestyle and opportunities that we never had that for our children. All of that, they were not even cognizant. It never entered the fabric of that mother's mind that her son would not have come back with him.
I think she was comfortable with that group of boys that he hung out with.
Exactly. And that's why she was comfortable to allow him to go on the trip.
I agree with that.
And when she gets her social media account, she's going to find out that her son was a member of the LGBTQIA plus community and was having a relationship
with the star quarterback.
Baby.
Okay.
It read like a movie script, don't it?
It does. I'm telling you, Lifetime movie.
Hey, Javon.
Okay, I'm ready. I have to y'all put on some clothes. What's up? What's going on?
What's happening? Okay, so we've been talking about these topics. We already talked about Sidney Starr. You missed that. But so I'm saying to Muscle, who's in denial. You all, we've been joined by the he is a Black socialite, business owner, entrepreneur extraordinaire. He's known for fashion and being a stylist and all these other boutiques. He's also been a boutique owner. He's a podcaster.
I didn't know you was talking about me.
Yeah, I'm introducing, and he's a clickbaiter on social media. Most of he's dressed now, but if you on TikTok, most of he don't hardly have no clothes on his TikTok.
Oh my
God. But hey, so I'm just saying, we're talking, and our next topic was the Nolan Wells situation. I was telling Muscle, I believe that Nolan and the star quarterback were a couple.
Here you go. With that whole situation, I have a problem with it, and I think it's because even with my own children, right? I have joint legal custody with my ex-wife. Of course, during the school year, they're with her, but my ex-wife lived in it is an all-white area, right?
Okay.
And I have to have that conversation even with my children, because I think that sometimes African-American think just because it's white is right. Oh, because we made it out the hood and we live in a nice area, so we let our kids go over there and sleep over. You know, when I was growing up, we couldn't sleep at people's house. We couldn't do none of that. But now I noticed when I was telling her, oh, because they're Caucasian, it's okay to do this, or it's okay to do that, or my kids could do that. And I told my kids, I don't agree with them hanging out with just all Caucasian people.
Right.
And I had to really advise that, especially after this situation here. At first, they was at they was at an all-black school at first, which I didn't like that because it was just too urban and it was just too much going on. But now that they're at an all-white school, it's still, I just don't want them to just hang out with all white people due to this, because if anything go down, but I don't have boys, I have girls, so it's a little different. But anything, I just don't like that. And I think that whole situation could have been avoided. I think they said it was on a little girl or something like that. And all that, that's crazy.
I think the kids are throwing the girl in it to throw us off.
Well, the girl was a part of it. She even spoke towards it. She said that he wasn't going to stay with her. He said he was going back with them. So it's like a back.
Right. And that's why it's a problem, because everybody found out that everybody on that trip found out that they was a couple.
Who was the couple though?
I don't think that Nolan is homosexual. I don't think
Nolan and that boy. No, y'all listen to me. Listen to me.
I don't think
Nolan and that young man. Thank you, April. Allegedly, very highly possible, were a couple.
Okay.
And it was discovered on this trip. A touch, a kiss, something inappropriate happened. Okay? I'm just telling you.
And so they accidentally took Nolan's life because of this.
It was no intention to do that. They tussling. They young. They tuss. Give me that phone. Give me that damn phone. Yeah. I gotta buy your phone. I gotta erase your phone. They had Snapchats on there.
Girl, you got to be stopped. I don't. The majority of the story is, I think this is just a wake. It's always been a wake-up call for African Americans. I just think that us with children, and when we make it out the hood, it's okay when we make it out that we still bring our kids around our people and our kind. I don't think it's appropriate, and it's sad to say that, oh, your kids can't be with one race, but that's the world we live in right now. And I think that it's not his parents' fault. It's not his fault that they made it, and all this. But I also think that it's very important. This gave me a wake-up call that your children just shouldn't be with all Caucasian people. Because if anything,
but I don't think that the parents, if they didn't know those people and if they were not comfortable, I don't think they would have allowed their son to take the trip.
Well, she could be comfortable because I think the parents was cool at one point. It's okay, yeah, we are. But when something go down, guess what? They try to cover it up. That's just like we have a black boy who goes to the gas station. He got an all Caucasian thing, a whole Caucasian crew of boys. If something happened there, they gonna blame the black boy and they gonna want to lock him up, right? It's all cool to hang with these racists until something happens. I don't think his mama thought, I don't think none of their parents thought anything was wrong because they've been hanging out. But now what happens is something happened to this little boy. Now it's a cover up. You got judges covering up. You got it's too much cover up.
Because he's a star athlete and they don't want his whole life to be ruined because this it's been come out.
I think that
what else? I just don't think that those kids was cool with Nolan, and then all of a sudden decide to go out there and do something, tragic to him like that.
I don't think it was on purpose. Let's go.
Yeah, it wasn't premeditated.
On purpose. I don't think it was premeditated. I think that things happen. I think things happen the moment you get into it, you're arguing, whatever. Because when you hear the audio, it's like, oh, is he, it was like, is he gone, I think that it was an accident, but my issue is that everybody tried to cover it up. And I believe
it was an accident because they were tussling over the phone. Because I take my hypothesis out of it. Take my hypothesis out of it.
Give me 1 second. Donna, the reason, I'm clocking back in it. The reason that I'm not going to believe a theory of that, number one, because I don't believe everybody is gay. Let's clear that up, right?
I don't think so. I don't think everybody's gay either.
Right, I know you don't, but I just want it's not me thinking about a theory. I know DL niggas, I know all of that. My thing is, I'm not worried about if you gay or straight or any of that. I'm talking about the facts. I'm working with, because it's a color person and not color person, what happened. I'm not somebody that's in the middle of it talking about sexual. I don't give a damn about that. I'm trying to focus on the main goal here, right? And the goal is, to me, I'm not saying that they didn't do it on purpose. I think that it was a mistake. All that happened. My biggest issue is they covered it up like they did.
And if it was another black person there, that black person would be speaking out right now.
Correct.
Right. So that's, I'm in the line with exactly what he's saying. If it was another one of us there, if me and Jerron and you went on that boat trip and something happened to you, we're talking.
Right. And I totally agree. I agree with that. But what I'm saying is something. Okay, we'll take them being a couple or homosexuality out of the equation. It was something that was detrimental on the phone. It's something that was detrimental on the phone that would have altered the course of those kids' lives, and especially
Nolan telling somebody exactly what was going on that they didn't want to see, so they erased the phone.
Something happened. It could have been Nolan smashing Katie. These kids are having sex early. They recording. When we was growing up, it wasn't recording, and we wasn't recording our sexual acts. We wasn't doing any of that. Even though I'm not saying majority of people was doing whatever in high school, but it could have been her doing whatever. You get what I'm saying? I think that's probably what it was.
Okay.
I agree. I mean, something happened that it's covered up that we can't really get to it, and no one's talking.
And they're not talking because they want to protect this kid's future.
I get it.
And they don't value us to the degree. So okay, so maybe it was I think it was something going on with them two boys, and it was getting ready to come out, and that star quarterback.
You got to understand. So when the younger kids come out like 13, they know they come out way.
But you're talking about but you're talking about different environments. This environment and this boy being the star quarterback in Mississippi, he's not coming out. This is taboo. This is you're looking at the
taking homosexuality back 1,000 years. People,
I'm taking it to the reality of where it is.
I just don't think people is as afraid to tell their truth as they were.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. You got adult men right now that are not gonna sit up and say that they are involved in same gender loving situations. You just
the reason. So let's dissect that. Let's go down to that. You're not going to have adult men or men in their I'm 38, men in their 40s, 30s, and all that, because of the time we grew up in, it wasn't okay. These kids, and I have a child in high school and I have a child in middle school. These kids are out now. You got kids, these boys going to prom with a boy. It's all through the schools. They have more freedom than we had coming up.
They got more freedom, but also the environments and the places where they're comfortable to do such is different. I don't think an environment I don't think you can compare a metropolis like somewhere in California, an Atlanta, a New York. I don't think you can compare that to some of these smaller towns and these smaller situations, especially in a Mississippi. I don't think the culture and life is not aligned. If it was somewhere else, if it was Atlanta, Charlotte, Houston, or Dallas, or some other place, I think it's more likely. Mississippi, no.
So I think
it's backwoods.
I feel like if you go to an all-black school, if you're in the hood, it's more harder to come out as bi or gay there. If you're a majority of a Caucasian school, they don't care about stuff like that.
They don't care. I agree with that.
Yeah, they don't really care. I feel like that. It don't matter if you Mississippi, wherever you at, depends
The
on
star quarterback, they care. The star quarterback that they care. I can't say the guy's name. I know and he wasn't, it's not about being gay. This boy could play football so well. They moved him and his family from the hood, and even way back in middle school, were grooming him, moved them to a 6-bedroom house. The mom and daddy ain't had no job, and moved them. Thank y'all for the jewels over on YouTube. Moved them to a house so that a 6-bedroom, practically mansion house. Mom and daddy ain't never had no job, ain't never paid no note, so that their son could play and be the quarterback on this particular show. Those boosters and all of that, they go through some crazy changes for those kids. And this boy being the star quarterback in that town. Y'all ever see the show on Netflix called All American?
Yes. Yes.
That whole show is rolling.
You watch a lot of TV. This is you taking it to. This is a Lifetime movie. Once they finish this, you got to present this to somebody at Lifetime so they can put it on paper. You get paid for this. I do not think that, man.
Y'all gonna come back. We are going to remember this conversation this night. Y'all gonna come back. I want 1,000 and I want 1,000. Both of y'all got it. I want it in my cash when it come out.
That Nolan is gay.
No, that's why when it come out, Deacon Myers, April, all my folks in the chat, y'all remember. I made this bet.
I think you're looking at the churchmen that stay closeted. These kids.
No, I'm looking at the fact that we're talking Mississippi.
People don't stay in the closet no more.
We talking about Mississippi. We talking about white folks.
Mississippi come out.
I doubt it.
Mississippi come out. I got it.
Now the part that I can't explain is where the organs in his throat and where all of that. I can't explain that. Now that I don't understand what they did to him.
And they said that was for autopsy purposes.
I thought that they when they found him that he didn't have that he was dismembered like that.
No, I think they removed it when they gave him the autopsy.
Okay, I gotta get more into it, but I thought
it was removed.
Okay, so I don't know.
Ben Crump would have been all over that. Jamal Bryant would have been all over that. I mean, he got some big supporters that's really, helping push this thing. We're gonna find out what happened. It's just too many big people. That's
not necessarily. We still don't know what happened to the boy in Georgia that was rolled up in the carpet.
This is true.
And he already been laid to rest. We may never know. But I'm telling y'all, they don't want to believe me. But I'm telling you, he was going with that boy, and that boy wanted that phone, and he wanted to clear.
I'm not saying I don't believe it. What I'm saying is, to me, that don't matter, right?
No. I get what you're saying, and what you're saying is that we have another, and that's where my heart goes. We have another one of our young brothers that life is gone, and gone way too soon, and under the wrong circumstances, that had a promising future and everything in front of them, and it's devastating. And the part that is also difficult is we're almost getting to a point where we're anesthetized. The society is so diseased where we're not outraged enough, we're not fazed by it enough, we're not I hate to say it, but it's almost as if we've gotten immune to it, you know. Oh, excuse me. So I woo. But the reasoning behind it just caused me to question whether or not it was something else that had to be so detrimental that they didn't want to come out, that was contained in that phone. And I just don't think that they would have allowed. They have been hanging out, they have been friends. Her child not coming back on that trip was the furthest thing from her mind. She probably thought something would have happened to him a whole lot sooner if he was dealing with a whole bunch of black boys from the hood, rather than them white kids. So I don't know.
What did I miss before this?
We discussed Sidney Starr.
What you think about that? If you have any thoughts.
So I think that, I don't know if it's true or not, I think it's going to set the LGBT community back.
I agree.
The reason I say that, because they already feel like the moment somebody say that I'm gay, is who touched you? That's the first question people say. Two is they already look at LGBTQ community like perverts and all of that. I think that just everybody, even men that's talking to these young girls, and back in the day, with Aaliyah, Jay, I'm just going to talk about all of them, right? I think that nothing should attract you to a child, right? And I think that me having children, even I was walking in the mall, it pissed me off. I was walking, and my daughter is older, but she's still a teenager. And they was like, go yard. And I'm like, what are they talking about? But I'm on the phone. But they was talking, the dudes was calling my oldest daughter. And I said, bro, she only 14 years old. They say, oh, my bad. But I'm like, she looked like a kid. You get what I'm saying? And I think that people just don't, we're in a time where people just don't care. When I heard what came out, I don't know if it's true. I know they said something about she was at a hotel. She saw the boy. He, I don't know if he was trying to talk to her. Whatever happens, he came up to her floor, which, you know, some hotels you only could come to the floor, that they got to let you up. And then they was doing something. He got scared, which I don't believe after that happened. I think that these kids be freaky. I think exactly he knew what he was on. He knew what he was doing. But I don't blame him. I blame her. Like, you should already know. I don't know if she knew the age or not. You get what I'm saying? Because these kids be looking wrong. When I go to the schools, the kids is looking bigger than me. They playing football. They got beards and all that. So I don't know what really transpired. But even if it's not guilty, what if it come out not guilty? It still looks bad. There's still going to be a stigma. There's still people going to always still believe that no matter what. You get what I'm saying? And I just think that, like, I don't know why everybody be so amped about fucking. Like, it's not that deep, baby. It's not like, come on, like, you out there at zoos, you hosting reunions, they pay you all this money. Like, girl, what is you thinking about? You know what I'm saying?
The show was canceled way back. So she
was just hosting the they brought her in as Zeus to host the baddies reunion. To do in the crowd. So I'm talking about, I know you probably don't know about that. You saved and sanctified. But yeah, I just feel like
I think that some of your hypothesis is correct. You don't think it was prostitution?
See, that's another thing. That's a big thing. And a lot of the trans, because they're going to be mad at me, y'all already think I don't like trans. A lot of them do a lot of prostitution. They do a lot of prostitution, and that's where Sidney Starr came from, us doing a lot of prostitution. So I think that whatever happened, I don't think she met the boy in the hotel at all. I don't think that he was just in the lobby. She was following around. Sidney is a voluptuous woman. She don't got a PP no more. All of this, I think it was she must was on Backpage or whatever. The guy was trying to pay her to do whatever, and I think he probably didn't have her money leaving out. And the guys love to run out on the trends about their coins. And I think when the police, that's how all that happened. That's how I feel. I don't think she was chasing them around. I don't think none of that.
See, my hypothesis goes back to the phone.
There you go, the phone.
It goes back to the phone. I think a parent either saw some kind of transaction or saw some kind of text message or some kind of and just like both of you all being parents would have went into orbit. What the hell are you doing? Blah blah blah. Or it could have been just like y'all are parents. I got guy kids. You see, who did you send a cash app for $200 to?
Yeah.
You said
right. The reason I sorry to interrupt, I think you're right, because my Apple Pay and Cash App, their stuff is connected to mine. So I gotta approve the well, I don't have to approve it, but I can see what go in and out. So
right.
I'm like, who did you send this money to?
And then their spirals, because you know that boy wasn't gonna tell on himself, and he sure wasn't gonna tell on himself. So now you got a toe up household, because they didn't probably found out, or their assumptions of their son was then found out is true. He like boys and toys, and he paying for.
But do we say boys and toys? I want to question, if everything is cut off, what do we say that?
That's a transsexual.
Oh, you know what? I had this conversation with Muscle. We got a big argument about this. Okay, so
a transsexual and a transgender are two different things.
Okay,
so like T.S. Madison is a transgender.
Correct. Yes.
Because he still biologically and anatomically is a man. A transsexual.
Yo, you got it.
A transsexual has fully changed the organ. Okay. So, and people also get trans and sexual orientation are two different things. Because that's how you have trans men that still want to be with men.
Well, that's all of that is a lot to break down.
But what I'm saying is all of them are different. So I believe what I'm saying is that this kid's family has probably found out a whole lot about him in a short period of time. And One, they done found out that he liked boys and toys. They done found out he willing to pay for it. He willing to buy it and everything. And it had to be some kind of transaction because he wasn't going to tell on himself. And something sent that mama and daddy into orbit.
Yes, I agree with that. 100%.
And she was still posted up in that hotel taking clients.
No, we're talking about Sidney. Yeah. See, guess what I was thinking? I'm like, trans, they do a lot of prostitution.
Right. And see, muscle. So now help me with this theory. You don't know what every person that you done had sex with look like.
I do. I know what they look like. How wouldn't I know what they look like?
It's very easy. I don't know. What?
I didn't have one night stands and all that before.
But you know what they look like.
No.
I don't know.
I don't remember, but the night that you had it, you remember.
No.
Right?
No. You have not had any kind of situation. You ain't had where the lights has been.
I'm not a person to go in a dark room. You know, a lot of people.
You're not coming to my house in the dark.
A lot of people do the dark rooms. Come in with a lot of.
Okay, but y'all thinking about what y'all do personally, and you got to remove yourself from it personally. If you post,
you just asked me about having I've seen everybody that has sex with. Look them in their face.
I get what you're saying. You're absolutely right, sir. William. It is situations.
It is situations where you will.
They just want to walk in a hotel room. They want you to be bent over. They just want to come in.
I mean, you got a guy on Twitter called Keith Keels that have people just come in and they leave the room. Boy, what are you talking about? We had Donnie McClurkin posted up in a hotel room with the latch on the door. What are you?
Don't do that. Y'all guys look funny. But you're absolutely right. Now you open my head up to a lot. At first I was thinking like, what is she doing? Like, why is she?
When does it open you up to?
Reality.
My mind was like sitting like, are you cool? Like, why would you? But then I'm thinking it's so much that goes into it. And I said,
so are you suggesting that she could have been face down, ass up, and he come in and
because they're so freaky. I believe this is what I don't believe. I don't believe that she was walking around as knowing Sidney walking around looking, chasing anybody. She got a big butt, thighs and all that. I believe that she was getting paid. The nigga probably saw it on Backpage, wherever they do their ads at, and he came to the hotel. And I believe that everything happened with the Cashapp or however it happened. Or he tried to run out. A lot of guys try to run out on them. Just not him. A lot of guys. Y'all see it all the time. They try to run out on the trans. And y'all see it on Twitter where the trans have to chase them down.
Bobby Valentino. Time and time.
Yeah. They do it all the time. Is running out on trans, etc. So I think that's what happened. But I absolutely think it's absolutely disgusting. It's absolutely not right. I don't agree, but I can't. At the end of the day, I don't know all the facts.
I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. Yeah. That she was getting her coin by whatever means that she was getting it. Thank you, Sagittarius. All is alleged. That she was getting her coin by whatever means, and something happened where she was still posted up in that hotel, and the parent intercepted and saw it. Has she been checked out? Has she been gone? Had it been a matter of yesterday or whatever, she would have gotten away with it. It was 2 or 3 things that happened. Either a transaction happened or a STD or a STI or something, but may have been trans.
Let me blame the parents for a minute, right? Because I will get on my kids too. What makes you think at 14 years old, it's okay to go to a grown person hotel room?
But if you're not parenting well, but you just said it though, Jerron. You just said it. You said these kids are having sex. We're saying that kids are into stuff. They're far more advanced.
So welcome to a hotel room?
They're curious. Yes.
I'm trying to dissect that. You know what I'm saying?
You can go to your phone right now, and there is apps.
I go to their DM. I go and I get disgusted because I go through the DM. I hate one thing. I hate the bottom of my soul is to go through my kids' social media because I hate the way the boys talking. It disgusts me and it bothers me to the point.
So when you was that age, you never talked like that.
Yes, but I don't know why it bothers me. But
because you got little girls, they your girls.
Okay, y'all. I'm gonna give a testimony. Okay, I went to parochial school all my life. All right. I don't know what we used to call them books. Y'all remember them little booklets? We used to do, if we had books that we would pass around, and it would be like a little essay book. You know how when you did when you had to, we used to take exams and you get the blue book. Y'all remember those blue books? And you got to fill out that. Well, we would ask all kind of questions. What would you do? Would you kiss a boy? Would you kiss a girl? And ask all them say. And I remember Brother Richard found that book. And he was so low down and such a treacherous. I went to his funeral just to see him dead. He made photocopies of that book with us answering all them sexual questions and gave it to our parents. And he said that tomorrow you have to bring this book back, signed by your parent. That was our punishment. We didn't get in no other trouble other than we had to give it to, and all of us, the way we were so shamed and so embarrassed and so humiliated. And then you know, my fans gonna take it over the top. Oh, I'm gonna let so-and-so read it and let them know how they guys is acting and all these nasty questions. I mean, it was probably a month that I was just devastated. So I couldn't even imagine being parents like you all and having to go through your kids. And I just believe that that's what happened. She was out here on a free ticket from what did you say? From Bishop Plummer's son. She was out here on a free trip, and then she was tricking and making some extra change in that free room.
You're correct. That's what they do.
And she was doing something. And she was doing something strange for a piece of change.
So what do we learn out of this?
Just look.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
That you gotta watch how you behave. You gotta watch how you behave. And y'all not gonna like it when I say it. It's a right way to do wrong.
I agree with that. It's a right way to do wrong.
It's a right way to do wrong. If she wanted to come to Atlanta on a free trip and turn tricks, she should have went to a trap hotel, kept the network hotel over here, and go to a trap hotel, paid cash, got the room, tricked off, and then get up and take your hind tail back to the business hotel where you're supposed to be. And when the mom and daddy found out, they wouldn't have had no way to track it. The other thing that it teach you is don't be stupid. And if you're gonna trick, you get you a trick account. Or don't be doing nothing. Don't be doing no electronic transaction and you doing something illegal.
A lot of these trans, I don't want to yell no names, but it's a lot of trans that has situations like Sidney just had, where underage and their parent going after the trans, etc. And that's because the trans is doing these tricks and they not asking for ID or nothing. They just want their coin. So these boys are coming to these hotel rooms, y'all linking up with them. They should just teach y'all to ask for ID or just stop. Why are y'all so big?
Or just when it gets to a certain age, Or when
stop. I mean, they can't stop. It's not like it was back in the day. Back in the day, they couldn't get a regular job. They couldn't do what they could do now. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, they had to be on Backpage. They had to go walk the stroll. Now they don't have to do that. You got these trans on TV. She on TV. You got them doing they acting, and you don't have to. So why?
Yeah, but that TV and all that stuff don't matter because you got Bayshar. You got Bayshar that is down to the lowest common denominator, and he was on one of the hottest TV shows in America. You know what? The thing that we don't want to talk about and that people don't want to expose is the pain, the suffering, the
For who?
For a lot of the LGBTQIA plus community in general. It's a lot of them that are coping and doing drugs. We don't know what kind of extracurricular. She could be a medicinal drug user. We don't know what kind of ways that they're coping. That they're coping. You know, and dealing with the reality. It's some prices that you pay to live in your truth. And that's the part that people don't want to talk about. Oh yeah, oh I came out. Oh okay, you came out and you're suffering and you're going through and you don't want to actually you don't want to take ownership of that. You want to create this you know. But Langston said life ain't been no crystal stairs. You know, and so there's and being on a real probably real on Love and Hip Hop, probably I would say at tops she was probably making between $5,000 to $7,000 an episode at tops. That money is gone, blown through, ran through, been lost. And you know, and was doing whatever and wasn't, and so that's what you learn. If you are not going to do right or live right, thank y'all. Let's raise those likes. Thank you, Mother Janice. We need those likes. Y'all know that pushes us up in the algorithm with YouTube and Pixel and Apple TV. I need y'all to hit that like button. And you figure out ways that you got to be more responsible. You know, there's a right way to do wrong.
That's the right way to do wrong. I
love and if you gonna go out and you gonna do something wrong, you know, you need to have another phone. Get you a burner phone. Get you an Obama phone. Get you a track phone. As fast as you make your transaction, as fast as you link, as fast as you hook up, delete, erase. You know, don't keep your trick account on these apps.
I think that she could come back from this. So when it all
Oh, I don't think so. I think that Sidney is getting ready to and now it's gonna be a problem because she's in Georgia. She committed this crime in Georgia, and 9 times out of 10, she's going to be gone for 20 years.
No, I'm saying that's if she's guilty. What if it come out she's not guilty?
It's not going to come out.
But what I'm saying is, what if they say, hey, she didn't know she was doing prostitution is illegal anyway.
So it's not going to be a return. But because in the state of Georgia, you cannot. Okay, let's say that this was a runaway. Let's say that he was a runaway. He's been suspended. He's a bad kid. All of that. None of that can be used. You cannot disparage a minor for your criminal defense.
So how did the black teacher get off of having sex with the black young boy?
What teacher was that?
Y'all don't remember that story? You have to Google the black. Her dad was I think he was a dean. Oh no, he was a principal The little boy ended up coming out on TikTok, telling what happened, laughing with his friends that he was hitting the teacher, but she got off.
You talk about the teacher, that white girl?
No, it was a black girl.
Okay, because you know the teacher in Cobb County is still sitting in Cobb County.
No, sorry, you gonna have to.
Okay, because it's a 24-year-old teacher that was in Cobb County, and the kids in her classroom found out that she had an OnlyFans, and they blackmailed her, and they made her have sex with all of them so that they would not tell, and she had sex with them. And she's in jail.
But she did get off. They said she got off.
Who?
Somebody, but she did get off.
I can't keep my eye open another minute.
Yeah. Right. You supposed to be able to hang. What's up?
After a certain while,
is that because you be waking up?
I'm up at like 6 or 7 in the morning.
Oh, she was a cheer coach. I knew somebody knew, but no, yeah, I'm tired too. That's why I'm like, y'all know I be in the bed.
You be in the bed this early? Why y'all be in the bed so early? I guess I'm the only night out. Well, you started 3 o'clock.
No, 5 and 6 in the morning. I'll be up.
Yeah, I'm up that early too.
Oh wow. I don't even. At 5 and 6, I don't be knowing my name, my social security number that early. All right, y'all. This has been real. We had to hit those topics, man. Thank y'all. I'm honored that both of y'all came on.
Pleasure to be here with you.
Man, no, the pleasure is all mine. I wanted y'all to. One time we gonna have to do it on the all of the real. But see, Russell don't be. He got 2 identities. See, he don't want mainstream to see.
Listen, I don't care anymore. But Sir Will, I was going to tell you that I did get a chance to speak to Patrick, and this stuff is
12 o'clock right now, Lady Bridget.
This stuff gonna be going away from him. He about to be in the clear.
Did he tell you about how he confronted me?
Well, it looked like you confronted him. Somebody like y'all like. Somebody recorded it, and sir, it looked like you was, from what I saw, you was all in his stuff too.
Now I ain't gonna back down. Now wait a minute. Don't listen.
I thought Prophet was locked up. What happened?
He going August.
He go August 15th. His daddy's funeral is Saturday. I gotta go to his father's funeral.
That is crazy. He going through a lot in the church, right?
Yeah, and he preached so good Sunday.
Who's gonna take over the church, Sir Will?
I don't know. We believe in God. I just pray that he don't have to go.
What you mean? What is she talking about? I mean, what?
Well, they delayed.
Wait a minute. Now, see, I was dressed up when.
That was good. Is that the night you confronted back?
Yeah, that.
I need you to get saved. We not worried about no clothes.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, let me show you this one. So, do
you feel like you guys can bring your relationship back?
Who? What relationship?
That you had with him.
With Patrick?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Sagittarius, no. I don't. Church is not like that. I think that some people just like putting on clothes. Some people, every church not like that.
Every church is not like what?
Church is nothing but a fashion show and a soap opera.
I'm not a fashion show. Oh, this is when that's what you got. I'm trying to find, where is the real? I'm trying to show you. I don't know if I can come back from it. Did he tell you how he confronted me?
It seemed like y'all were both in a heated moment. If I'm hearing your story and hearing his story, and I know he was a bit upset about,
Patrick was supposed to be my friend. I defended Patrick. Patrick walked up on me. Patrick come walking up on me, calling me, telling me he gonna whip my MF and A and carrying on. It was just too much. And then I was defending him.
But can't you understand what he's going through?
But the thing about it is, okay, if Patrick had hit me, do you understand how detrimental it would have been?
Oh, I told him. I was very clear.
They would have been looking for him that night. Had he hit what?
Why that night?
Because I have Governor Westmoreland's cell number. Do you know I would have called him immediately and told him that I had just been attacked in his city? I don't think you really know to the level of people that I know.
Into that, I was just
had Patrick hit me.
I speak to him, and I mean, he's very confident and sure that this last charge is going to be dropped. What's that? And this is the thing: if they drop the rape charge, then the sodomy charge has got to be dropped. That's the only thing that is over his head right now. But he does whatever he wants. Works a great job. He's
still working.
He has another job. He's working at another place. Yes.
All right, I'm about to go. Yeah, sir. Let me know.
Wait a minute. I want you to see this. See, this is it right here. Look.
Let's see.
Right. See this. I'm gonna post it.
I don't think you should though. I think you.
Why? You want me to give him grace?
At church. Yeah.
He walked up. This is Friday night after Revival Fire, official day night. No, it's not. I mean,
don't get mad at me. This is why I don't like COGIC.
Oh my God.
I mean, first of all, I'm gonna just say this. I know you got to go because you're tired. Patrick should not have put himself in the position of coming to AIM on and knowing he was facing what he was facing, and he's mad because they asked him to. He feels like he can have those kind of charges and still operate like it was business as usual. I had nothing to do with Myron and them telling him to get off the platform, that you can't sing in the national choir. I'm the one that people got in trouble and got mad with, that I put out that Bishop Shear should have given him the music department.
To Patrick.
Yes. Patrick came up to me at one of the meetings. It's like he said, "Man, you have our blankety blank phone going off." We laughed. I mean, we were friends.
That's why I think y'all can come back from him.
And I mean, for him to come up, and I was really disappointed. Come up and say that he was going. I mean, he jerking his shades off. He was cussing me out.
Yeah, that's out of order. All of it is out of order. All y'all go get y'all heart pasta right.
Heart what?
Pasta right.
You get your heart pasta right.
What does that mean?
We make sure that it's aligned with God. That's too much on God's property.
It was too much, but the whole.
I agree with him. That could have been handled away from.
First of all, he could have. He should have known. He should have known what he was talking about, and should have known the detail. And then, are you gonna go off on everybody that's been passed around your mugshot on social media?
Yeah, people just have to take accountability. I think people be mad at the wrong people. I think overall, when we learned that all of this, people just have to take accountability and go get help. A lot of people still not delivered from childhood trauma, molestation, a lot of things. And I think the more you water something, the more it grows. And I think until you get down to the root of it and pull it up, you'll be okay.
And the thing, and what I would say this,
I think it's swept under the carpet.
No, but because it's absolutely what Jerron is saying is absolutely right. And what has happened is the church is a place where a lot of these predators can come in and float under the radar. You see what I'm saying? Like it's something been going on with him for a long time, and all of that directing and singing and up in front of the people. Well, I would be honest with you. Okay, so he had the charge before when he choked the girl.
Okay, listen, I don't want to bring up all these charges. So this is my thing, what I told you when I first met you, sir, when I was telling you why I stepped down from ministry. The thing with churches is the only place you don't need qualifications for. As long as you sing good, you look good, you can put the church hat on, you can get the people up and you preach, you're okay. Yeah. We're not worried about if people really save, if they really love God, because what happens is the world say is, oh, everybody, they faking out this and that. But when are we going to start telling people to sit down? You just don't have, everybody. Are you going,
everybody then did this. Everybody, don't judge and don't do this. What you call, that's the same thing that happened with William Murphy. William Murphy sat down 1 week. And then he started the Dream Center.
Right. It's a lot of them.
And he was married, and Eddie had let him travel around. I'm gonna show you somebody right now. This man right here. I'm getting ready to do a story on this is Ellery Friedman.
You better work it.
I'm getting ready to do a story on him. You know what he did? He got a guy at his church that molested his second cousin. And you know what he did because the guy is skilled?
What?
He paid and sent him to Virginia to let things die down.
I think the more so he think he helping him, and I just think the more of the story
he's allowing it to happen. The man that molested a 16-year-old boy didn't destroy the boy's life.
As I leave, I think that more everybody like they're serious. Please get saved and get your heart right. Even get right with Jesus, because I believe that he's gonna come back. And he's not worried about what you got on. He's not worried about what you call bishop evangelist. He's not worried about all of that.
Well, it's gonna be a special place for those of us that can dress in heaven.
No,
we're not gonna be there with the.
But no, real talk. He want for real the serious people for him, bro. Like
But you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you now, and then we all can go. I am to the point where. And I hate to say this, but y'all, I'm wondering, is it even real? Is it anybody? Yeah, because
I think that's what is Christ real?
No, I know that. I feel that Christ is, but I think that we have gotten so corrupt and we have drifted so far away from what the real and true intentions were that I don't know. Just how John said, I saw a new heaven and a new earth. Like all of this has got to be destroyed and start over again from scratch because we so far off, bro. We are so far off and so far removed from any remnant of what we really supposed to be and what we really supposed to be about. And until, I mean, you know,
nobody has a reverence for him. Nobody has a zeal for him. I think that's the issue. I think church has took away, even from back in the day, people like, oh, you need to bring the mothers back and this and that, but they was feeling hell too. I think that the problem is overall, people just have these new generation, they don't believe in Jesus. I think that it's
a hustle. Just go on and say it. It's a hustle. It's an easy.
That's an easy thing, but I'm talking about. I'm on a different level. I'm talking about like really in tune with who he is, right? Reverencing him and have a zeal for him. And I think that we've been doing church so long, even you, even me, we know how to play church. We know what to dress. We know what to when to get up. We know not to walk during this time, that it became too comfortable. And I know you're about to start laughing. And I got what Tasha Cobb was saying on stage, because a lot of people used to go in on her like she lost it and this and that. And she was just saying how she was so removed from him. Because when you do this every day and you play church and this and that, you don't really feel him. I have times now, even going through everything I'm going through, like, God, where are you? Like, I just need to feel you. You get what I'm saying? I just need to know that you are there, because I've just been going with my life and praying this and that, but I really need to know that you still here. You get what I'm saying? So I think that you just have to tap back into Jesus. If we go back, forget about all this other stuff.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah. That we so far from removed, right, that we don't even know what going back will look like. We don't even know this whole new concept of what we doing from church. Like when is the last time you dropped to your knees in church? When was the last time that you didn't had a pastor or a church that had a real old-fashioned prayer meeting or a tarrying service? No, everybody having these little conferences and these conventions, it's all a money grab. It's all a money grab. This concert, this convention, this conference, this is because I got to keep this rolling in and what have you. And nobody is really concerned with him and his soul and whether or not he gonna be saved. We forget about 2 Corinthians chapter 5, where the Lord told him, take this boy and turn his flesh over to the devil, that his soul might be saved. And so we so backed up as come as you are. Oh, don't judge. Everybody got this. We got, LeAndria going off and cussing and having drunken stupors, and everybody saying, oh, this is okay, that's all right. We got over here, we got alternative churches. So, okay, it's okay to be gay and have a first gentleman and do this. So I mean, the lines are so blurred. What are we going back to?
So I think what we have to go back to, I'm dead serious, I'm not just trying to be funny, we have to go back to laying on our face. Period.
But ain't nobody doing that.
No, I'm talking about.
I think there are people that are doing it. We probably just don't see them. But I think I agree with Jemerl. We got to get back to not seeking the face of the pastor, the worship leader. We got to seek the face of Jesus. Because you know what? We change and we come with these new identities. When I was praying about Sidney Starr today, I was like, man, she's transgender. I don't care what she did. The assignment of her life never changes. God still is requiring what he sent her here on this earth to do. And I that's for myself. Regardless of what I do and who I become, he still has an assignment for my life. He knew me before he formed me, before he created me. And I think we got to go back to that when he was seeking his face and seeking his hand, and we wanted to be a part of his story. Now everybody want to be a part. It's a fashion show, and your fashions ain't really fashioning. It's crazy to me.
I think researching, this is the first command that I would say.
But let me tell you who is seeking the face of Jesus. That Kiara Shear is chasing him. You can hear it in her music. When Kiara get up to speak, she is speaking from a broken God. I want all of you. Go ahead.
Why are you laughing at me? I ain't saying nothing. I'm listening.
I already know what you.
He ministering to me.
I love to see her go forward. It also denotes what happens at home.
Yeah. So I already know we're about to go left, but I just feel like
I'm not saying nothing. I ain't touching it.
I just feel like I think we all just personally.
But I'm just gonna say this: everybody that's on the circuit right now is strange.
Okay, see,
what you got to say, J. Ryan? What you got to say?
Okay. I just just think the moral of the story is, like, honestly, we have to get on our face. That's for me too, right? I think that it's the, oh, thank you, Jesus, for waking me up. Thank you for food and doing all that, watching sermons. But it's really time to really tap in. You get what I'm saying? I mean, that
I agree.
I think churches, we don't need pastors walking in. We need you to just sit down. We don't need
more armor bearer.
Yeah, we don't need nobody with special
Nobody holding your Bible.
We don't need no camera recording people walking in church. And I don't know. I think that everybody they have made themselves stars and not Jesus. And I think these churches have came from look at me, then look at Jesus. All we care about Jesus. When you go to church, it's a hospital. You're gonna have all type of people, and we're all here to see the doctor and get healed. And I think the problem is too many people trying to dress up like that and act like they can do it. We just don't want this. When y'all go to these board meetings, tell them we don't care about none of that. We just want to see Jesus. We don't want to
Janet, you telling the truth down there in those comments. CC Ron is saved. CC Ron is ain't gonna do nothing but give.
You're not standing up in no pulpit with them pants on.
Oh, see, that's the problem.
You talking about pants.
That's the problem. This is why
you talk about
pants going to hell, because you too caught up in the materialistic things that.
Yeah, I know.
I'm worried about where is your heart posture.
Where's your heart posture?
About where your mind, do you truly love him? Because you could be with a dress all the way to the floor with no makeup and be in a whore. We don't need none of that. We need some people to stand up for Jesus and truly love him. That's what we waiting on.
Well, y'all come as you are, and y'all done did all this crazy stuff and then messed church up. And now everybody that's on the circuit.
Collectively, we've done this. It haven't been one person. Collectively, sometimes when I see these people up here shouting, and I'm understanding, like, do you read the scriptures? The dance profit is very little. Get your soul saved.
Oh, I'm so sick. I'm so sick of these praise breaks, and everybody got their booty jumping and carrying on. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. When we shout, we would go into look like seizures and convulsions. I wasn't aware of what was happening around me. They had to have ushers. I would be somewhere. I'd be somewhere bucking and like out. Now everybody doing that little two-step. Oh, I can't stand.
I think we came away from old school preaching. I blame the pastors. I think that they're trying to cater.
Not all the pastors, though. There's some pastors.
Because you know what? It was the materialistic gospel. It was when they started with this material stuff, and that how much money that you had equated to your relationship with God. And they wasn't looking at people like Mother Elsie Shaw, that when she died, she had a little 2-bedroom bungalow house in Ohio. No, if you got a relationship with God, you supposed to be in a mansion, you supposed to be driving a Bentley or a Rolls Royce, and you can't even pray a headache away. Jakes can't even lay hands on his daughter and raise Sarah up. He can't even help the other one is crazy. Then you got one that's out in the woods having sex and soliciting. And then you got, so the whole house, and then you supposed to be the godfather. Please, jackass Jakes. No. Everybody. Kirk Franklin, he got a son that's nuts.
So that's not going to help the body.
You had pictures of your outfits. They started doing that in church. When I was coming up, nobody was taking pictures of outfits and posting them.
Yeah, so what's wrong with that?
Like that. Listen, my mom.
I ain't no pastor, nigga.
I get it, but when I see this stuff, I was like, how much is this about him?
Yeah, right, because you woke up and you say you gonna have your curly hair and you gonna wear these big glasses, you wear your big hat. You ain't say I'm coming in here to get a word from God.
I do. When I do my Sunday morning greetings, I do. I say, praise the Lord. This is the day that the Lord has made. And I be getting up. Y'all be in the bed.
No, We don't be in the bed. But when I see the stuff, I said, this doesn't represent Christ at all. I remember going to church and that little nice outfit you had on is all wrinkled up because you done been rolling on the floor all service long. I don't know about the revival and tearing up.
But listen, but ain't nobody had no power for me to wrinkle up nothing.
I was like, how would I take a picture of my Sunday suit and pose? I'm posting in my Sunday suit.
Where? What you mean?
Okay. What happened with that?
What you mean? I go to a decent place. Where else am I gonna go? Where do you suggest?
But Sir William, you don't think it's more about the outfit than it is about, you know?
No, I go. I want to look nice when I go, but it is about him. It is.
Sure. So that's the motive. It's about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I agree to people.
I be confused because the people be in their suits taking. Wait, what is going on?
And a lot of people don't even dress up for church anymore. A lot of you could come in just like how both of y'all are.
Yeah, I don't dress up no more.
Yeah, you don't have to be dressed up.
It depends on what's going on if I dress up for that. But I just don't understand it. Like I just remember whatever you would wear to church, it would be all wrinkled up because you done fell out.
Ain't nobody who got that power. When the last time you went to church and somebody laid hands on somebody and they got healed?
Let me tell you,
I want to go to people. I want to go to a small church that ain't got no hair. I need to feel some power. Are you 100%?
Well, you ain't go. It's nowhere you gonna go because ain't nobody. I don't know nobody got no power. And don't get sick. Do not get sick. Do not get cancer because it ain't nobody that can lay hands on you and get you delivered. Oh,
Dr. Mary's over there preaching truth over there.
Oh, I'm not saying he's not preaching truth. Have he laid hands on anybody and they got healed?
Listen, my best friend is over there. My best friend went over there. I mean, he was doing good before, but he's doing like extremely well now under the power of that man's teaching. Because Dr. Merritt has a great teaching when it comes to excelling in today's world. I love that about Dr. Merritt. Love that about
Okay.
him. Would you agree?
I don't know. I haven't been a member of Dr. Merritt's church.
But you visited over there and you know him.
I know him, and he is a upstanding. In him I find no fault. He is he's a quintessential black man. But this is no slight to him. I have not, and I'm not saying that it hasn't happened. Okay? But a lot of my salvation is over there on Mapleton Highway when they put Nathan Simmons in that dro and they put that marble slab up over that mausoleum where he is in a lot, because I have not, since he closed his eyes, I personally, me, I'm not saying you, I'm not saying nobody else in the chat. I'm saying personally, me, I have not experienced a move of God. We used to have more church at Citadel on accident than most of these places are having on purpose. And I have not seen that. I know people right now. I know people right now that Nathan Simmons laid hands on and prayed for them to be healed, and he did, and they still breathing.
Let me ask you a question. Nathan Simmons was great. Had the chance to hear him a few times, but he was laying hands on everybody else, and then he died. He was the power,
because a lot of the times that gift is not for you.
Touching everybody else's life, but they were still having accusations.
But you can still be.
He never was delivered from homosexuality, was it? We never.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he was delivered. I absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't even, for me, being a blogger for as long as I have never seen or had any proof of any accusation. I ain't never seen before he was dead or alive, I've never seen. Now, I've heard people say, and I have heard people make accusations. You know, you from Virginia. He was up there. He went from garden to prayer. He went from garden to prayer with Mother Willis, and then he went over there with Barnett Thurgood. But what I'm saying to you is what I believe. No, but this is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna let you say that. Regardless of what they said about Nathan Simmons, he never stopped praying. He never stopped fasting.
But it was never. But as far as you saying that he was never delivered, and that he was never.
Now, we're not gonna excuse that he didn't have a story. He had a story.
I'm not saying. I'm not saying.
He was a gay black man that
I don't believe that.
But you
what I'm saying to you is that I have and I'm a blogger. I ain't never had no proof of any accusation. Now there was many. There were many accusations. There were many accusations.
Can't we say that about a lot of people?
The people
there are a lot of people that we can't say that they
like who? Like who?
I mean, I don't want to name the names of the people, but you know, it's a lot of
name one, because I don't know one that I have not heard an accusation that I don't have proof of.
So you said every person that they said. Somebody said John Hanna in the comments. Somebody said
John Hanna. John Hanna definitely was gay. He was definitely gay at St. James when Willie James Campbell was his pastor. So don't tell me Joel. Okay, I'm not. I haven't heard that.
Everybody ain't telling the same lie.
I haven't heard. I'll say this about Joel. I haven't heard that Joel was gay. He had a lot of gay boys at his church in Oklahoma, but I haven't heard that he was. Name somebody else.
Well, they named two people. What I'm saying is what I loved about Nathan is he never stopped seeking the face of God through all the persecution that he went through. That's all I'm saying.
And you're exactly right. And when he died, he was sought out and he was preaching nothing but convocations and workers' meetings. Pastor Simmons, I think, would have been alive if he didn't want the Lord to miraculously heal him. If he had kept and stayed on his medicine and took care of himself.
What took him away from him?
Cancer.
Okay.
Cancer.
I get it.
Lymphatic cancer. But I have never, and I just believe. Now, I could be wrong, but I just believe in the amount of years that I was there and affiliated with his ministry. I believe that if it was something that was out there that was egregious, I would have heard it and somebody would have came, here's the picture, here's the video, here's the whatever that would have substantiated.
That was a different time, Sirwill. And Elder Simmons was revered. He was respected. During those times, people weren't pulling out your wrong and showing you. Now they do.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Yes, they do. They was pulling out wrong and showing people stuff.
Can I ask y'all a question? Why does that matter?
It don't.
Because if we talked about, and I feel like Sir Williams gave Nathan a lot, right? It was like, that's for him, he said his salvation. So I think, why does that matter? Why do we always pull up people's flaws or what they struggle with? No matter if we walk on this earth, everybody's going to struggle with something because we are human form. Doesn't take away the calling over their life. Doesn't take the anointing. Doesn't take, the doctor has a lot of issues, but he still can perform surgery in the hospital.
That's all I said.
Yeah. But the only reason why I brought him up is because when you were saying far as the move and far as that level of experience, I have not seen it. I just and
Ryan, you were saying this as well. Today they won't let the gay pastor. They got to do it McCray did, got to go start Vision Ministry. They won't let you up because that's one sin they don't want to forgive you for. They don't want you to work while you are doing this. But there are so many other pastors still. Not to throw this out on him, but that man had tax fraud. He's still up pastoring and singing song. He's the best worship leader I know around here. Your boy.
And that's the problem. That's the entire problem. Sorry to interrupt. I say it all the time. I think the church has enabled people. And y'all always say, oh, everybody falls short. Everybody do this and that. No, I feel even when the Bible says many are called, few are chosen. Do y'all understand? Very few are chosen. And when he say that some people are going to scarcely make it in. And I think that people don't really take it serious who Jesus really is. They don't take it because they say, I'm called. Just because you can preach good and you can sing good doesn't mean anything. And that's the problem. And I think I can't put my salvation in nobody's hands. I'm going to say I have to work on my own. With Jesus, I have to believe that he got up there, he got whipped, that he did this and all of that. And I have to work on it. I have to stay on my face. I think until we all get on our face and really want to see him for real. But I don't know if y'all ready to see him for real, for real. Do you think you'll be ready to see him?
Well, like to die? No, I don't think none of us are want to go right now.
It was so good because you got to work out your own soul salvation out with fear and trembling. We don't have. You said it right. We don't have fear no more. People are doing. If we feared God, we wouldn't be doing half of the stuff that we do.
No. Because when we say, oh, we, I love my girl Lee. It's okay. We like the rawness. We like the realness. We all struggle.
Oh, everybody want to be real. Everything is okay.
That's true, Mr. Fashion.
Yeah, I just feel that's why I step down. That's why I can't do it. And I tell people this all the time.
So I answer your question, Jemerl. I know you're ready to go to bed, but do you believe that stepping down was the right thing? Because if God called you and positioned you to be a leader on this earth and the church realm, do you think because you stepped down, he said, he ain't got to pastor these people?
No, I think that my thing is, and I always say this, I would never step in the pulpit and preach God's word and live a different life. I will never step in a pulpit with people blood on my hands and be okay with that. And I feel like if you can really do that, you don't really love Jesus. There's no way you can get up there and do the things and be okay with that. I just can't do it.
You don't think you can get anesthetized? You don't think?
Yeah, but I think that's been the problem for us, Jemerl, because I think a lot of people have stepped away because of what they're doing and say, listen, I need to get myself right. And I don't think
they over here in this other chat. I mean, they going crazy. They say transferring spirits. They say you right. They say you right, Jerron. You get up.
Let me clear this. It's not just about homosexual. Let me clear this because I think that the church it's not just about homosexuality. It's about people doing witchcraft. It's about gluttony. It's about envy. It's about all type of things.
What y'all think about that girl out there in the cemetery?
I ain't never heard about it.
You didn't see that thing with T.S. Madison out in the cemetery with the black dress on?
I didn't see it, no.
Oh.
But I think that all of that doesn't matter. I think that we just have to have the fear of God back. And I'm so tired of people saying church is fake and everybody's fake, but y'all don't care about going to the club. Y'all don't care about spending y'all money in the club. Y'all don't care about standing in line and standing in sessions. But when it comes to church, we want to talk about money. So I don't want to hear that, right? We could go buy Chanel's and Birkins. But when it's time to give 10% or we want to pour back into something, it's a problem.
And ain't nobody gave tonight. I don't know why y'all ain't giving tonight. That's right. Right. Y'all be going to the club. Give me your club money tonight. Praise the Lord.
Yeah, so I just think more of the story is y'all dead serious. This is for me too. I'm not perfect. I think that we have to get back on our face. I know I do. I feel far from him. I
think we take it for granted though. I think we take it for granted and that it's just not, and this post-pandemic church just don't have it, y'all. I'm just gonna be honest with you, and I
think it's because of what Jemerl was saying. There's no more fear, when we.
But I feel like a lot of times I feel like I'm just going out of habit. I'm going out of routine.
said that earlier. I said everything is out of habit. You've been doing this too long. So my suggestion to you, dead serious, you've been doing this too long. And then another thing
So you want me to stop going?
No, I think God has to
renew your relationship.
One second. I think God has to renew. The reason is because you know so many people business in the church. You know.
Oh, that was for you. That wasn't for me.
I don't know who it's for, but you know so much in church. You know people business. You've been doing this for so long that I just think that you need to go sit at a church you don't know nobody and sit in the back. And I think don't dress up. I think that God needs to pour back into you. He needs to fill your cup back because church has become too normal for you. Don't go to another convention. Don't go to another aim. We don't need you to sit on the front row. We don't need a hat. You need to sit on the back, and you need to let God download in you so you can feel back close. You get what I'm saying? And I think that's what's going to renew where it needs to be. I think all of us have to get on our face. When we get off here, get on our face and really seek him for real like the old people do. And it starts with our own life. Going to church is just going to mingling with people on Sundays.
Assembling ourselves together. That's it.
Yeah. What you doing from Monday all the way to Saturday? Because there be times where I should have lost my mind. You feel me? But I have to literally stay on my bed and really pray to God. There be times where you be like, oh my God. So I can't wait to get to church. That ain't got nothing. I'm just going there to assembly where everybody see what's up. But
right.
The word already started at the crib.
That's it. That's it. That's it. But I don't know a place that is happening. I'm not, and I
want to say it's not popular. This place is happening. It's just not popular.
God is moving. God is still
we got Jemerl Green
moving on us right now.
We woke us up this morning. We so busy looking at the clothes and we put cameras on the people. God is still moving. Yeah, God is still. He's still doing.
They do, but they video walking out. They video walking out holding hands.
That's a problem. That's too much. We don't hear about that. Nobody's coming to see y'all.
Yeah, I think.
I just don't. I do not know. I do not know of anywhere that has that old fashioned feel. I do not.
But you can have that in your home. You don't have to go to that the physical church to find that old fashioned feel. Go back to when you remember God saving you as a young boy.
And that's what keeps me.
Me too.
That's
God sent me a video of one of a big creator up here, and I asked God, like, God, you know I'm for you, and he so simply just spoken to my spirit, said, you weren't even ready to tell the people your truth. When I put you on this platform, you're gonna have to open your mouth for me, not you. I need you to tell your story. And some of these people here, if you go into these young big creators' room, they're telling their story and don't even know that God is using them. They tell the truth. And you got men and women of God that want to tell somebody else's story. They don't want to tell their own story. They want to tell somebody else's story because they're too embarrassed to tell what God has done for them and how God has delivered them and healed them and set them free. They don't want to tell that story.
But nobody wants to.
The transparency. That's what God said to me. I just got you here. Able to sit on the platform and tell the truth. You just got here. These young boys been there. They was right. And you keep saying that these young boys come out at 13 and tell their mama and daddy at 14. They ain't did the stuff that we did. Had to hide behind closets and doing all this stuff and marrying people. And
I think a lot of people are still hiding. I think a lot.
Always get to y'all. Let's get focused. I'm so tired of hearing about homosexual.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about where I am. I don't have a problem with stealing. I don't have a problem with lying. I don't have a problem. Those are not my problems. So I got to talk about where I am.
Okay, where you at? Okay.
Yeah. So I mean,
and so are you seeking the Lord for deliverance?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm seeking the Lord for deliverance. Discipline.
Why are you laughing, Gerard? No, why are you laughing? I said.
There's too many people that's not walking in discipline. I'm walking in discipline. There's too many things I could do. There's a lot of So what you seek in the Lord is for discipline for you not to be sexual. I mean, my thoughts, what comes out of my mouth, all that stuff needs to be disciplined.
Well,
and so I'm moving in a place that requires discipline for my life. I'm around people that don't want to hear. I don't need to hear that. I need to hear how God has saved you, how God has delivered you, how He's changed. I've stopped drinking 2 years ago. That was a prayer that God, take the liquor from. I don't drink. I don't have a desire for it. That's the stuff that I need to talk about. You know how many people I see up here drunk online?
They be drunk all the time because everybody is doing something to cope.
Enable those people to stay drunk that keep sending them money. These creators, the gifters. Oh my God, I like to see you drunk. I like to see. Listen, I know what that liquor did to me, and then I see what it's doing to these boys up here. I'm like, man, that thing don't allow you to think right.
But that's because they.
Who is this?
So I just think the more the thing is, listen.
Markets, you're right. Coping mechanism. To get away from what really is happening.
Please for me.
Oh, wait a minute. Why? Is that you that sent this?
Huh?
Is that you that? Who is this that sent this?
Sent what?
I can't show it because it's going to make Gerard mad.
Why is it going to make him mad?
Because it's him. Gerard, so they said this is who's telling you to get on your face and pray.
Right, so let me explain that. I'm in the gym working out.
It still don't get away from what God is calling you to do.
You're mad that because I'm working out.
Who is that? Who sent this?
Right, my thing is, it don't matter who sent it away. I'm in the gym working out. You act like I'm doing porn or something. That don't make sense. Maybe if y'all stop eating all day and go to church after church and go to all these services and eat all day, you'll be okay with that.
If we want to apply scripture to that,
right, like,
he said that he wants our soul to prosper as we prosper in good health.
I know.
That's why the church is where it's at now. You're worried about me having a workout fit on in the gym, and we talking about your soul being saved and you learning who Jesus is. Something is mentally wrong. And that's why the church is in the state that it's in now. We talking about getting on our face, and that's what you worried about?
But see, and that's
crazy, but a good point though, Jay. A good point, because you hear spitting nothing but truth about God tonight. That's it. And somebody sends a video of working out.
But see, that's and see how they do me. That's how they do me.
I understand. I understand how they do.
Why you laughing, Gerard? That's how they do me. They do me like that all the time. I be spitting knowledge, but because I look like Diana Ross, they give it.
See, that's that flesh bumping up.
What? I'm just saying. I know I am a man of God, but just because I am flamboyant and just because I have like a Reverend Ike type spirit, the people don't want to hear. They don't want to receive me.
What I learned out of this situation is this: we need to stop thinking we know what church looks like, right? We in a world where we think that if you have a 4-piece suit on and you look like you're saved, that you can lay hands.
No, because people don't dress like that at church anymore.
But they need to worry about you have kingdom and you have church. So stop thinking you understand what it is by looking at somebody, because the person you might doubt
is the one that need to lay hands on you so that your soul can be saved. And it might wind up, and see, y'all be worrying about the LGBTQIA plus person, but it may be one of them that's got to lay hands on you. Why y'all laughing at me? It may be one of them that's got to lay hands on you for you to get delivered and get saved.
But it's about the man that was begging at the door. And was that him? And he heard about Jesus. And he was
you talk about the boy that was at the pool of Bethesda.
Yeah.
And he said it wasn't nobody to pick me up and get and lift me in. Why y'all laughing?
Everybody wanted him to be quiet.
Right, but he kept hollering.
Jesus said, "Who is that?" So y'all caught up in the wrong thing. You feel me? Y'all better stop worried about the wrong thing, bro.
See, I already got a sermon about the man with the withered hand. Why you laughing? See, I'm trying to tell you, the man with the withered hand. And they wanted to send him away. They wanted to cast him away. But he was doing more handicapped than what most people with all their faculties is doing. I got more people on my live right now than most of these people got in their churches. I don't hear nobody. EBI. See, y'all don't like this guy to teach it. Why is he laughing? Oh, you know, look at him. He fade out.
Jesus, thank you.
See. All right, y'all. Wow. What a lie. What an incredible night. 3 hours. Anyway, I had two top TikTokers on tonight. Oh my gosh. Sophia, so many comments. Y'all did incredible night. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I thought, you know what? I thought I was just gonna be on for about an hour. Oh wow! Wait a minute. All these people that wanted to be guests: Art Poppy, Kia, Alpha Omega, Cool, Pretty, Quinta B, Gun. Are y'all still around? Are y'all still there, or did they leave? Well, you all, it is yes, great conversations. Absolutely great conversations. Absolutely. My moose. I'll be putting too much in. Causes it to flake. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. We already let Instagram go. All of y'all, hopefully y'all will click the like button. Thank y'all so much, Facebook, YouTube, and Pixel, and Streaming Faith, and all of those. Thank y'all. And I'll see you next time.